What is going on, guys? It is your boy Darth Eternal here with an awesome panel today. It is called the Skywalkin Smack Talkin panel, as we are talking everything Visions, like I said, with this awesome, beautiful panel, and we will have more people join pretty soon as time does go on. But without further ado, we're gonna introduce ourselves before we do start. I am Darth Eternal on the Eternal Sith channel here, and this is where I'm at. Pass it over to my boy.
Yeah, hey everybody. My name's Kevin, the Fandalorian, and I collect the Star Wars Funko Pops, as you can see from the large wall behind me.
This is the way.
This is the way.
It is.
Pass it on to you, Meg.
Yeah, hey guys, representing Sexy Wiki Squadron here at Sexy One, your girl Megan. Hey.
And representing all the women today.
Representing I am all the women.
Yeah, you are all the women. Instead of all the Sith, you are all the women. So we'll go. Oh yeah, so we'll go down. Yeah, we'll go to you, bro.
Hey, what's up, guys? Gabe from Star Wars Replicas, all over social media as Star Wars Replicas. As you can see, I collect Star Wars prop replicas.
That is
What
true.
a
You
twist.
do not. Also, too. Wait, congratulations! Didn't you just reach 1,000 on your other channel, right?
Collection Wars, yeah,
Yes!
Collection Wars. We
Woo!
finally got there. You know, it's a nice little family, a small little community, and finally, got to 1,000.
Yeah, dude, you reached it, the 1,000 mark, man. How's it feel? Even though you're at 1,000 with this one, right? With Star Wars, you're way past 1,000.
Yeah. My close goal is 15,000 right now. I'm the other one, but
That's awesome.
But no, I mean it's a totally different type of channel, totally different type of content. So I'm happy that people are liking it.
Yeah, dude, it's awesome. I mean, it's awesome because I get to watch it too. So I always have fun with that one. So again, yeah, man, thank you again. And we also have our other guest here who just hopped on, Sheev the Wise. What's up, bro?
What's going on? How you doing, Darth Eternal?
I'm doing good, dude. Thank you for hopping on, bro. I really appreciate it here, bro.
No problem, dude. I'm happy to be here.
Yes,
He's
sir.
so cool. He's got like a background and everything.
I know. I'm so jealous. I'm like, damn. Every time, because you know what it is, I see you on your lives, bro, and you always have these. You always have that one, if I'm not mistaken. Well, I've seen that one, but dude, I'm like, how does he do it? But I know there's a trick.
Magic.
Yeah, it's just the magic.
the dark side is the path to many things some consider to be unnatural.
Oh
so.
yes.
It is. It really
100%.
So we're actually introducing ourselves right now. We are up to Para, and you'll be the last one, bro. So right now we are at Para. Go for it, bro.
Hey, I'm George from Power of the Force. I'm just on Instagram, and I'm here to talk with my peeps.
There we go. Find this man on Instagram. Yes.
He's so
And you were
exclusive.
and you were just at Disney, bro. Disneyland, right?
Yeah, Disneyland.
That's awesome.
Went to the whole land.
Yeah, there you go.
Not just Galaxy's Edge, but everything.
Yeah, George knows how to party.
Yeah, he does. He does.
I had a wild weekend. It's crazy.
Well, thank you for hopping on, dude. I really do appreciate it. And now next to the other guy.
Oh, that would be me.
Coming in nice and clear today.
Oh, yeah, he's not frozen today.
I have to say, fashionably early too. So congrats, dude. I appreciate it. Yes, we got you on.
Traffic understanding. Yeah, practically early. What's up, everybody? It's Dupree, aka Darth Hater. You can see me on Instagram, YouTube, a little bit of TikTok, and Twitter.
Ooh, TikTok. I like that one. Ooh, with the Vader, I can only imagine that. That must be cool. That is dope. Thank you, bro, for being on. Thank you again. And last but not least, guy down below.
Yes, sir. I'm Sheev the Wise. I'm from Vader's Lair. You can find me on YouTube. I do live streams just like this pretty often. I haven't been doing as much, but I think Star Wars Visions got me pretty excited for just what's coming in Star Wars. So,
Dude.
I'm probably gonna be doing a lot more.
Yeah, dude. I mean, wow.
So.
We're gonna have a lot more to talk about.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, definitely. I don't think you'll have a good week's worth of material, so that's the good thing.
Definitely.
That's
Definitely.
awesome. But guys, I mean, without further ado, let's just dive into it. I mean, Star Wars Visions. We're gonna talk about. Did you guys watch each episode, by the way?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which was a surprise. I didn't.
For
I
you.
don't. Maybe I don't follow it close
For you,
enough,
yeah.
but I didn't expect them to drop the entire season at once. I thought, oh, okay, 20 minutes
Yeah.
today. I'll watch an episode. Maybe I'll watch it twice and really analyze. And then I was like, oh shoot, I gotta watch
I
all
thought
of
we
it.
get one episode a week or something like
That's
that. I
what
didn't think they were
Yeah.
dropping the whole thing.
Yeah. I thought there was gonna be one episode a week. I found out like the day or 2 days before that it was gonna be all,
They
and I was like,
literally-
oh man.
They
Surprised
announced
me.
it, I think, the night before that it was going to be dropped all in
Yeah,
one.
the
and
night
I was
before,
Yeah.
day before, whatever. Yeah,
I
I
was-
saw it and I was like, what?
There were
don't
rumors
like-
a bit before that they were gonna drop it all at once, and I'd
there
actually
were.
covered it, but
Oh shoot! There you go.
yeah. So I kind of expected it, and then we got the confirmation the night before, so that it was pretty cool.
Yeah, man. I was just kind of like, damn, like, when we saw that, I was like, wow, that's a lot. I mean, it was good. It was cool to see them. Like, they were short episodes, so it was
Yeah.
great because it's like you could literally watch it in one day, not get tired. I mean, it was really, really awesome to see that. So, like, only 9 episodes, and I was cool with it. Honestly, now I will say before we do dive into each episode, what did you guys think overall, like with the series? And I'll ask you, She, what did you think of it at all, like overall?
Overall, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I went in it with the approach, it's not canon, so we don't have to really worry about, what's going on with the extra details, and you can kind of just sit back and actually like enjoy it as what it is, anime with the
Right.
Star Wars flavor, and I really enjoyed it, like overall.
Yeah. I mean, overall, it's it is cool that it's just not canon, but it was cool to see certain things that are canon, and we'll get into that in a little bit. But let's talk about it. We had the first episode, right? It was called The Duel. And the first one, I think everybody here can attest.
Yeah.
That one just was amazing.
That was the best
amazing.
one in my opinion. I mean, it was.
Oh,
That was the best
It ended
episode.
up being my favorite
Yeah.
of all
Yeah.
of them. But
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, how awesome was it? I mean, the begin that black and white. Me and Dupree were talking about it. Just that black and white, the way they did it, very old.
They
school
wrote the
style.
duel in Arabic. I was like, after I had to stop the
You
translate. I'm
nerd.
like, wait, oh, the duel. Oh, okay,
That's funny.
Yeah,
the duel.
Yeah, no, and just all of the like just Star Warsy stuff in there, right? Like just everything, all the characters. Like you see Bosch in there, you see, or not Bosch,
Bosk. Yeah,
Yeah, boss.
That was-
like Bosk and Ray.
Well, at least it turned ocean.
Yeah.
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 But it was. That's I brought receipts. I took notes on each
There you
one.
go. Yeah.
Robert.
And I
But
love
like
how
you're
they,
saying, Gabe, so well integrated.
Did you guys peep out the fact they snuck the old school Star Wars?
Yeah.
poster in there?
that was so
I
dope.
didn't
Like,
catch that.
I was like, wait a
What?
minute.
yeah, they did. They had it there because Dupree was telling me. I was like, no way they have that. And I'm
Yeah.
like literally looking. I'm like, oh shoot, it's true. I'm like, it's
They-
really true.
They threw little Star Wars shout outs like here and there, little Easter eggs, little snippets of like, oh look, that's Tatooine probably, or what have you, So that was pretty cool. I'm actually watching the last episode right now with subtitles because I didn't finish them. It was my
Wow.
bad. It was my bad. I was watching Titans last night too. So
Oh, that's a great series. I have to say that it is a good series.
so yeah.
Dude,
Okay, well,
yeah.
let's not spoil the ending of that last one.
Yeah, right.
Got to pay attention.
Yeah.
because-
I'm just reading the subtitles as we go along here.
Hey.
As we go along.
so that's another
That-
question. Did you guys
That
watch them?
episode.
Did you watch them in English or did you? I
English, man.
English.
English.
That
episode, I wanna
I'm
watch
American.
Japanese.
Yeah, I heard
That episode
someone
specifically,
online
I
was
wanna
saying
watch
the
again
best
in
way is to
Japanese.
watch it in Japanese. With
Absolutely.
That's what I heard,
The English
too.
voice cast was driving me crazy. I was like, how do I change the settings on this thing? So I switched it to Japanese as soon as I could.
Really?
But the cool thing about that is like the voice acting they got for that episode specifically was like on like the Ronin. Like as soon as I heard him talk, I'm like, oh, that's Brian T.
Yeah.
Like off top.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had a couple cool actors in there actually. I think
Tamora
You-
Morse. I mean, oh, well, I'm not gonna.
yeah,
get into
well,
that,
of course, Tamora playing Boba was dope, and I think they had the guy that played Hopper as the Master and the Elder too.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh my God! Don't even get me started on that.
Yeah,
but we'll get into that later. But again, we did get to see that first episode. It was very. I mean, the whole thing was very samurai-ish, but like that episode, I want to talk about it though. How dope was that fight scene? Like how amazing was that? Like what were your takeaways? And again, anybody could chime in on this from that fight scene that you truly loved from it, and just that episode all alone. And then you could go to anybody. You could go to
On which one? On which episode?
The first one.
So we're gonna
first
go
one?
down the line. Yeah. So I'll give it to you. I'll throw it to you, Meg. What was really your takeaway?
Okay, taking my notes. Okay, first of all, the throwback to Kurosawa I thought was really poignant in that it brings it full circle. That was George's inspiration to make Star Wars, and so to now make a Kurosawa style film of Star Wars, and like Gabe was saying, integrate the Star Wars elements so well with like the old school Japanese cinema kind of elements, have that film grain over it, really, really neat aesthetic. But then I didn't like it almost was distracting in that the movement of the animation looked like they just rotoscoped CG. And I didn't like that. And a lot of times it was so dark, and I know that was the effect they were going for, that I couldn't make out the details of what people were doing, and it was so flickery. It was kind of hard to follow with my eyes. But the aesthetic of it being black and white with a little hint of color here and there was artistically satisfying. So that's kind of the overall thing. And I know I complained about the gimmicky lightsaber, the umbrella lightsaber thing, but I liked that it was an attachment. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Somehow that makes it better that like she took it off and it was now a lightsaber, and I was like, all right, we're good.
That kind of bummed me out in the sense it reminded me of like Star Wars Rebels, because that was my main gripe from that with like the helicopter sabers. I was like, oh, we're doing that again.
I did not want a helicopter lightsaber.
Well, it was cool. Yeah, I mean, when she took it off, I thought that was so badass. Like, I was like, oh, yes, thank God.
But story-wise, which is really what I was looking for, is like some really unique, compelling stories and characters. I liked it. It was very, as expected, tropey of like the village that gets harassed by the warlord, and then there's a Ronin wanderer who comes in and kind of takes care of business. No surprises there. But then they did totally surprise you with a few things that you didn't see coming. Like he pulls out his lightsaber and it's freaking red. I was like, what?
Yeah, I mean, that was
this one got me yelling out loud a lot when I was watching it. And then at the end, when he's collecting Kybers, you're like, what is this guy up to?
I thought that was like the awesomest part.
With the lightsaber behind the water. I was like, this is so clever. I love it.
When literally she sliced the statue and you just see her go, I was like, no freaking way she just died like that. No freaking way.
I was like, got her! And
you gotta love the fact that like now they did it, they switched it on us. Usually there's always like a Jedi versus Sith or whatever, but rarely like you have Sith versus Sith, and like one with like a different ideology where it's like, you know, he's not the normal Sith. And I was like, wow, that's really interesting. We've never really had it like this. And it's like, you know, we're so used to Sith being like the normal bad guys, like doing bad things, and you just got this one who just doesn't care. But his whole thing is like, I'm just gonna kill all the Sith and take all their Kybers. It's like that's really different. I wasn't
unexpected enough that it made it really interesting. I liked that.
I think that's that whole episode is kind of, it had that twist, right? Because they grabbed all the bad guys, right? Like essentially from the movies, and they turned them into kind of good
literally
guys.
Did you guys notice? I'm sorry, Gabe, go ahead.
No, you're good.
No, I was thinking, I was like, when they were fighting on the water, I was like, didn't it kind of remind you of like Anakin and Obi-Wan fighting?
Yeah.
I was like,
back to that.
Yeah, I was like,
Mustafar. It reminded us of Mustafar. They're giving you those little hints of like, oh look, like it's similar to Mustafar.
Yeah, and let me.
I was waiting to hear. Actually, I was waiting to hear like a little snippet of Battle of the Heroes or something. Like while they were gonna fight,
like a Japanese flute or something.
Yeah.
I thought.
This is probably a bigger picture, which I guess we'll talk about. But I actually noticed there was a slight connection in all of them that you could, if you, like the droids especially, me maybe because I really like the droid, but like the probe droid, droid is pretty much in every single episode. Even if it's just like trashed on a side, you immediately recognize the probe droid, which is kind of interesting that they kind of they did it on purpose, obviously to. But I wonder why they picked the probe droid to do that. R2 too. All the different types of R2s.
Like, how awesome was that? Talking about like R2, like how awesome R2. How awesome was it though? Like he was like, make sure my my droid is done by the time I love
that thing.
I was like, that was sick. What did you think?
Now there's an element of ticking clock,
That and the fact that like afterwards, like the gonk droid with the tea kettle on his head. Tell me that wasn't the fastest gonk droid we've ever seen.
He was hustling.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, he was going. And I was just like, but it was such a good episode. Like it really was. Like just in general, like the fighting was amazing. Like when they were fighting on the water, like it was just like it was just quick. I was like, damn.
Great choreography for the fight.
Yeah, I mean, really, and to be honest with you, that was a really good way to start like that series phenomenally. It was such a good intro. I'll ask you, George, like what did you really enjoy about that episode? Being an OT guy, like what did you really enjoy for that one?
I enjoyed the whole like, a red saber versus a red saber, and she was like a Sith. She claimed to be a Sith.
Right.
And then he kind of like didn't really tell you what he was.
Yeah.
And I kind of felt like that was like a pretty cool little aspect of it. I enjoyed like their fight, the little like you guys were saying they were on the water, and it reminded me of Anakin and Obi-Wan on Mustafar. It was similar. And then the kill, you could see it coming. Like she split the waterfall, and she sees the saber, and I was like, I think it's like a distraction.
It's a trap.
And a decoy. It was like a decoy. I was like, she's about to get like stabbed like right in the back and sure enough, I was right. I kind of like predicted it. So I thought that was pretty cool. You had like the stormtroopers come out, so it's just kind of like a period of
they had it like half, right? It was like half.
Yeah, like half of them or so, like sort of like half stormtrooper stuff.
Yeah,
it's just kind of like it felt. Yeah, it felt like it was just like many years later after the Empire and what have you, like maybe before First Order, maybe way after First Order, just like scrap parts, and she had built like some kind of army, and that guy was just kind of just reminded me of kind of like Mandalorian in a way, like he goes to that village and helps those people and stuff. So kind of felt like he was kind of like, I kind of felt like he was kind of a bad guy, but at the same time he was kind of a good guy. So he kind of just felt like he was just the kind of person that was like, okay, whatever's right is right, and so that was pretty cool.
He even threw in the line that Jango and Boba said, like, I'm a simple man kind of making my way through the galaxy.
Yeah.
There was a lot of dialogue callbacks in a lot of episodes.
Oh, definitely.
Definitely. That episode was probably my favorite one of all of them. And I liked the second one was the Rap City. I know. I'm just saying that was my favorite one. And then the one I liked was the Rap City.
We're getting there.
I know, George.
I'm just saying those are the two that I liked. Those are the two that I really enjoyed. Right. I'm just saying those are the two that I enjoyed.
You're not done yet.
Yeah, we're not done, bro. We're not
done. I know. I'm just saying I just want to tell you that I know. I just want to say like that was probably like my two favorite ones.
Okay.
All right, good to know, George. Good to know. I gotta ask though the next one. I want to ask you, Dupree. What did you? Because of course you are a Sith. I gotta ask you, bro. What did you think when you saw those kyber crystals and he gave it to that boy? Like, what was your like? What did you think?
It was kind of funny. I was like, it took me a minute to like kind of like extrapolate what he meant by like, here, take this. It keeps the evil away.
Yeah.
I was like, what does he mean by that? Because like this is a red kyber crystal. This is like the Sith.
That's gonna attract a lot of trouble.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Wait, that's gonna do the opposite. Or maybe he's like, or I thought about maybe he's planting the seed. Like he literally gave him a seed.
Yeah.
I felt like it was more like a memento, like, hey, remember me, like he's gonna like move on to wherever he's gonna move on to, like a drifter, and he's just like giving like a little memento to the kid, and so he could just always remember like what he did for them and stuff, and it could be like a tale told in the future.
It is, but people are gonna sense that and come finding for it, and not good people.
I know.
That's what I
I
was-
know.
Quite a devious move.
That's what I was
to
just
leave
like,
that
you
with
gave
that.
But maybe
him
the
a
maybe the
cyber
Sith are
crystal.
extinct. Maybe they're extinct. You know,
That's
basically
probably what
they're
that
mostly
guy's
extinct.
mission is. That's what Ronan. I think that's what
Yeah.
Ronan was trying to do. He
That's
wants
what he
to be the
does.
last one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that was again, it was such it was so good. I mean, again, I thought it was pretty cool. Do you guys think though at one point he was a Sith? Do you guys think so? Or you think he just randomly, at one point was a Jedi and just
He is a Sith.
He is a
I guess
Sith.
there was like behind the scenes like thing that like got released with it. He is or was a Sith.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mm.
I think
Okay.
it's funny, how everybody like kind of interprets things differently. Like that last scene
Yeah.
where he gives him the kyber, my first or initial thought was like maybe that's how he got it one time at one point or something, and then he's just making his way through the galaxy kind of thing. Like he's a protector in I guess in sort of way.
Right.
But there is something to him taking those other kybers, and maybe he had a master and was a Sith at one point, and then he killed his master because he didn't follow the Sith ideology, and then he kind of just started killing other Sith,
Yeah.
or
So he's
being the
collecting.
protector.
He's
Right.
collecting.
And you know what my theory was when I kind of was watching that, it kind of gave me, not only because he's, you know how like he stops the blast just like Kylo Ren does, right?
Mm.
So it
Yeah.
almost gave me a shout out to Kylo Ren, where it's like, yeah, he's becoming a Sith, but it's also some weird like hybrid, you know what I mean, of a Sith, where it's not really,
Yeah.
you know, what I
They
mean?
gave
Like,
him a lot of Kylo shit. Even his lightsaber had Kylo's
Like
lightsaber sound.
unstable effect. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The kid wouldn't know what to do with the crystals, so yeah, like a memento agree. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think the kid's gonna do anything, but I think kyber
think
crystals you can sense them as if you're a force user. Like they would attract dark side
Yeah.
people coming to find a red kyber crystal. I think he's using the kid as bait. He's like, I'm gonna leave this here where they think it's unprotected, and I'm gonna sit in my under waterfall hideout and wait for more Sith to show up, and then I'm gonna kill them and get their stuff.
Okay. I like that one. I like
He had
that.
the whole drifter feeling, like he's a drifter,
Yeah.
There was
He's
such a
just out
calmness
there.
to him too.
just doing what he's gonna do and what he believes in, and whatever like ruffles his feathers, he's like, okay, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
Okay. Kevin, did you like it? Did you like the first episode? Like
The
what
first
did you think?
episode ended up being my favorite.
I love
really
really
liked it. I
ended
loved-
up. That sounds so bad. It
It's
ended
all
up being
downhill from
yeah,
there.
like,
No,
even though I know
hold
his
on.
thoughts, that's why I'm
No,
saying
hold
that. I
on,
already know
'cause-
he's gonna.
It just I after watching, because you see that one first, I was like, okay, but it was my favorite when I got through all the way through it, just because the character of Ronan, I love the calmness of the character
Yeah.
and like the mysterious
You
character.
sorry, Kevin. The other thing I liked was that we forgot that they haven't really given us this kind of thing, like a female Sith Lord since like Asajj maybe or whatever.
Mm.
Yeah.
So it's been a while. So it was pretty cool to see the whole female Sith Lord, which I totally loved it. That's why
Well,
that's
you gotta
another thing
have
that
the
I
dark
liked
side
about
to
it.
fight in those stiletto heels. When they had a close up, I was
mean-
like, "Oh, girl, no."
I know. I was like, whoa, she's got heels. She must be
You're not
really,
gonna get
really,
far in those.
really quick, really agile with those heels.
It wasn't
I
even
know.
like wedges or square heels. Those were like stiletto heels. I was like, "Oh,
But you know what's funny? We'll
that's
get. I
some
mean,
dark
in
side
reality,
magic there."
if you notice in majority of the episodes, all the female like that are like either Sith or Jedi, like they all have heels. Literally,
Yeah.
I noticed that. I'm like, they all had heels. I was like, oh,
I
okay.
kind of noticed that too.
Yeah, I
I
was like-
noticed at least twice. I was like, what the heck?
I was like, yo, I mean, that goes to show you, yo, female. I'm sorry, like sexy Wookiee, like all the women could literally rock it. Like you could do it. You could wield the saber in heels. It's a thing.
You
It's
know,
a thing.
you need the force in order
I
to
mean-
do it. That's the only way it works.
Just don't go trying to do backflips and front flips, and don't just jump in the air like a Power Ranger. I say that. Don't be doing that. No, but I had doubts about the umbrella, but that was dope how the saber split within the umbrella.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That it
I
was an
think-
attachment that used the
I was happy.
existing blade to redirect. Yeah, I liked it.
I'll be honest with you. This is gonna be a funny one. I honestly was surprised, like when she threw that. I was like, you ever seen that meme when like Ray buries, Leia and Luke's I was like, I'm surprised Grievous didn't come out of nowhere and like going like and like take the freaking the umbrella saber. A fine addition to my collection. Yeah. But all right, so that's episode 1. I mean, anything else you guys like want to talk about for episode 1 that you noticed, or we're good to go to 2? Because I see a lot of 2. I see a lot of people commenting on 2.
I'm telling you,
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Dupree, not Dupree. I'm sorry, George.
Go ahead, Megan.
There we go.
Oh no, I'm just like reiterate that like I probably liked it the most because of like the female Sith Lord aspect.
Oh well, I'm sorry. Were you talking about for the second one?
No, the first one.
The first one. Oh, okay. As I was like, the second one is gonna break your heart because you did say you liked the second one. So I am seeing in the comments section that episode 2, Tatooine Rhapsody, was the least favorite.
No, I liked it. It was fun. It was a fun episode. It was just fun just to enjoy it as like fun and laugh. Yeah.
What'd you say, Dupree?
I like that one. That was a good one. I like that. And technically, I think that was the canon one, wasn't it?
That was the canon one.
Yeah, Jabba the Hutt.
Wow.
Yeah.
Got Jabba, Boba, Bib Fortuna.
Boba, yeah. Bippity Bop.
Bippity Bop. Yeah, good old Bippity Bop. You know, we have our other guest here, guys. Let's welcome the Dano channel. What's up, Dan?
What's going on, guys? How you doing?
What
Can you hear me
up?
okay?
Yeah, you're good. He's back,
Cool.
dude. What is up? Before we do start, tell everybody where to find you and where you're at.
Oh, sure. You can find me on YouTube. Here on YouTube is the Dano channel, Instagram, Dano Flores, Twitter, same thing. But yeah, no, thanks for bringing me on again, man.
Yeah, of course.
Cool,
bro. You know your family here. Once you come through here, you know your family.
Once you come here, you're fam.
That's it. So, dude, we just talked about the first one. I mean, just a quick one. Did you enjoy did you like the first one? I just gotta ask.
I did like the first one. I liked the duel. I liked the whole thing, actually. Some more than others, but I definitely liked the duel quite a bit.
Okay, just
actually, I'm getting a weird echo going on where your audio is repeating. So I'm gonna just change some settings real quick, and I'll be right back.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. All right. So we'll ask back again. We'll touch back on that. But anyway, back to Tatooine Rhapsody. You know, it was cool to see, Mos Espa, the circuit. You know, I thought that was dope to see that. That was like super, super sick. But we'll talk about how it all played out and everything. So we do see in the beginning, how they're a band. I thought that was really cool. Like it was a rock band. I thought that was sick. Chief, did you enjoy it? I want to ask you because I see a lot of your followers are saying they didn't like it. Did you enjoy it?
I thought it was all right. Like it wasn't. It was definitely at the lower. It's not that I don't like it. It just compared to the other ones, I didn't like it as much. So I really enjoyed the aspect that the main character was. It was insinuated basically that he was escaping from the Jedi Purge, Order 66, and I thought that was kind of cool. And that a hut ended up taking him in, and then they started a band, and that all was kind of cool. And I loved Tamora as Boba too. So,
and also too, the crazy thing that I didn't even know. I'm reading it now. Joseph Gordon-Levitt was actually the voice for that main character for the kid. Right. I didn't even know that. I was like, oh, that is so cool. I'm like, what?
Yeah, this is the one that was instantly distracting. I was like, I need to find the settings. Like, I can't with this Joseph stuff.
I know. I was like, I was not expecting that, but it was good. It was a really good episode. I mean, I would say yes, like there were others that were better, but I thought it was cool, to see them, especially like, rocking out on stage, and then Boba comes in, and then they're just doing it. I thought that was really, really cool. Dan, what'd you think? Like, what did you think of it? That second one.
It actually ended up being one of my favorite ones out of all of them. Okay. I know you were saying a lot of people are saying they don't like it. I actually really liked that one a lot. I grew up in the pop punk scene, like punk ska shows all the time. That's like where I came up. So seeing that in Star Wars, and like seeing this venue with like a little crowd and the Ithorians barely like getting down a little bit, I know those people. I am that guy at shows sometimes. So like just seeing that, but with Star Wars, really, really got to me.
Wait, Dan, hold up. Dan, you got to do it again. You got to do the little shimmy for us.
Just
there it is.
You know what it kind of reminded me of when they were doing that? You guys remember that song, One More Time? That's what I was
like. But no, overall I loved the episode. It was such a different style. I wasn't expecting that. I don't recall seeing much from that one in the trailers. So I was just completely surprised by that episode, and I think out of all of them, for a weird reason, it just ended up being my favorite one.
Okay. Not bad. Dupree, what'd you really enjoy about that episode, other than obviously seeing Boba, right? I mean, that was still when he came in.
The funny thing, like Dad said, like the only part of that episode they really ever showed in the trailer was like Boba. So I thought that anything with Boba was going to be completely different.
I think we might have seen the pod race arena for a second.
We did.
One of the trailers.
We did that. Yes, we did. Yes.
I wasn't expecting to be like that, but it was just so many little Easter eggs. Like you said, they go to Mos Espa. They go to the freaking cantina, and you see like the bit there.
They were bobbing their heads too.
They were bobbing their heads too.
When Boba popped his head.
I love that the modal nodes were like not impressed.
I know.
Yeah.
They were like, yeah, whatever.
They were just like,
the coolest little aspect I like was like dude's like lightsaber with his microphone. So when he turned it on, it was like a little microphone.
He was like, "Don't worry." He's like, "Don't worry, it's just a mic." And then you get like it ignites. It's like, I was like, "Oh, that is so cool." No, it was a good episode. Like I thought, like honestly, like it's cool to see that he was like saved by this hut. You know, when in time we have no idea. I mean, we don't know anything, obviously. You know, he is a Jedi. He is a Jedi. I mean, he has a lightsaber. You saw like he had his, you know, Padawan robe, you know, and everything like that. So I thought that was really nice. You know, I just wonder why was Boba looking for that hut? Like, what? I still want to know, like, what happened. What do you guys think?
I liked that element. In fact, besides Joseph Gordon-Levitt, the only thing on the bad side of my notes list was that the Jedi element wasn't really necessary.
It wasn't.
It's almost like they had to get Jedi into every episode, but the fact that he was a surviving Jedi, it never needed to be. It didn't pay off. That part didn't.
Like, I feel like it was kind of like reality that, you know, he was a Jedi.
The hut. Yeah, no, that was
the hut with hair. The hut has hair.
Is he wearing glasses?
And this is all my notes. Too, nose ring and long hair on a hut. I was like,
and he's got a piercing.
Yes.
He's pierced.
Yes. Piercing. The reason that Bubba was after him is because he didn't want to join the syndicate. He just kind of rejected the family obligation. So he's kind of like rebellious.
Yeah, he's like, I don't want to go back.
He's like, I don't want to embrace that until his friends were threatened, and he's like, all right, I'll go with you. I really loved that.
Is it Rada grown up?
Who knows who it is, but that he was kind of the hero of
he was, and that just you know what I liked about the episode was
him. I mean, he saved him. That's why.
Yeah, what I like about the episode is that he was a Jedi, a Padawan or whatever, right? Wasn't he like a Padawan?
He was a Padawan.
And so it ends up being kind of like in real life, like with everyone here possibly have gone through something like this, where you were supposed to be something and then you ended up becoming something else. And like he left like the Force and the Jedi. Yeah. Not into it apparently. So I like those little callbacks with the Cantina band, like not being impressed.
A lot of familiar things.
Yeah, and you know the familiar things with the Cantina band and the Cantina, and then right there where they do the pod racing. What is it, Mos Espa or whatever?
Yeah. And this was the first one that they said I have a bad feeling about this.
Yeah, they did.
I was like,
we were talking about. They said it.
No, they say it in every single episode.
Yeah,
they do. I think they do.
Yeah, that's right. The elder, they say it too.
Yeah, so
they say
I like that.
I didn't hear it in the duel.
I love how we're so happy to hear that saying. Got a bad feeling about this. I love how
one other thing I wanted to say about it was I like that. I mean, he has this Jedi, the powers and the Force, and then he ends up being like the lead singer of the band. And he literally, without using the Force, he helped and saved one of the hut without using any power.
Yeah.
You know,
actually, the hut saved
being
him.
That hut saved him, and then he returned the favor.
Yeah.
He returned the favor back. So, and then he did something else that, you know, like he was supposed to be a Jedi, and he didn't. And like, he took a different destiny, that's what I liked. I thought it was pretty cool that, you know, not everybody what you go for, you might end up doing something else, like in real life. So
it's kind of cool the fact that, like, you know, the Jedi after the Purge, you know, no matter where they at, they had to find some kind of like work.
Something else.
And this kid, like, you know, his job was like, I'm gonna be a lead singer of a band.
Yes, I'll be a rock star.
I'm gonna be a rock star. I'm gonna be a rock star lead singer, and then we end up being like a UPS driver or something.
Hey, that's my job, bro. No. But,
no, it's not a bad. I mean, that's a good job, still. I mean,
it is a good job. It is a good job. No, but I thought I
between
really
that and Boba's like.
Yeah, and then Boba was it Boba
between that and the fact that when they got caught
he
up,
starts bobbing his head.
Yeah, he starts.
Yeah, he was sipping on Boba too.
Yeah,
was he sipping on Boba?
Yeah, he was.
Was he?
No, I like the fact.
This is too much.
Yeah, he was.
That's great.
I like the fact that like when he gets the hot, like Boba's like he pulls up the lightsaber. Boba's like, "You really want to do that?"
Yeah.
And he just leaves. I was like, ooh.
Yeah. That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, no, it was overall. I have to say, it was a good episode. You know, I'd say it brought like not humor, but what's a word? I don't know. What do you guys think? Like, what for that episode? Like, obviously, it was different, way different than all the rest of them.
Yeah, and it wasn't exactly lighthearted because it was dealing with life and death and violence and heavy stuff, but it had this kind of like rebellious nature and the rock band angle, and I love exploring the point of view of characters we may not normally see. Yes.
Yeah, that's it right there. That's the one that
that's you, bro.
That's like me, bro.
That's Kevin there, just chill, relax, done. No, but
so yeah, I love exploring the music scene, and I don't know how many of you watch anime, like in general, but like the trope of being in a rock band, and I was like, yes, and then the J-Rock song that they had for it was like on point. I love J-Rock, so I was like, okay, here we're doing this. It's Star Wars J-Rock. This is great. So yeah, it wasn't my favorite, but I liked the episode.
I thought it was cool. Even you saw like at one point, even Jabba, like they showed the back of him, and he was like wrapping his tail.
Yeah, his little tail.
I thought that was like that's like winning people over with something they don't think they would. You know, that's like pretty cool episode.
Yeah, and you know what was funny too? I thought at the end, I'm sure you guys remember, he's like Jabba. He's like we're gonna be whatever, and sign us, and and they end up coming and. He's like, he thinks they're gonna shoot at him, and they literally shot up, and it's just like no, like then they end up getting signed. I thought that was pretty cool.
Hey, what time period does it feel like that episode is in? Like what time period?
Well, that
has to be like after the purge, obviously. Like
it's like
after
few years after.
Maybe a few years after, maybe 10 years after.
Bo was already working for Jabba at that point.
So I would say,
right.
Yeah. But well, that was that episode. So I have to ask for that episode. What did you rate it, Gabe? What do you rate that one?
I mean, again, look, it's the same thing. That's what I want. I was a singer of a punk rock band, right? That's what I wanted to be, all through high school and even after high school. So,
you did? Yeah. You were? Wow,
I was. I was playing for about 8 years. Like just
you see, and then you became something else instead.
And I became an attorney afterwards. Like it's like
anybody need an attorney? Here I am.
So then, destiny.
Yeah. So to me, like obviously that part, I had a personal connection to it. I think the thing is, I was watching it with my kids, and I was my 7-year-old. I was like, hey, let's watch this new Star Wars cartoon. And the first episode, she was just not about it. Like she was just like, and she got. But then the second episode, which is this one, I was like, hey, look, it's more like Pokemon style. You know what I mean?
The anime style was more.
Yeah, and I think she actually like sat there and paid attention and watched it. Yeah, I mean, and especially because it was a little bit more lighthearted. But I would have to say that now again, this is kind of unfair because like I mentioned, there was a couple episodes where it kind of lost me at first, and then I kind of snapped back out, and I was like, "Oh."
So was this that episode that lost you? I have to ask honestly. Be honest.
I got lost at the end, like towards the end. So I didn't really like. I kind of lost attention towards the end. So, I mean, I would have to probably rate it out of what? Out of 10, or are we going
out of 5 huts? How many?
Out of 5 tails.
That's a lot of huts. That's a lot of
tail
huts.
slaps.
5 being the best, 1 being the worst.
Yeah, 5 stars.
We haven't established a system.
Give it a Yelp review.
The only reason why I'll give it like
all right, out of 10 shots of Hennessy, how many shots would you take for it? There we go.
The only reason I'm gonna give it a lot more than I enjoyed it was because of the characters, right? Because I am an OT guy and I loved seeing all the, the characters, But I'll give it a 6.5, 7.
Okay.
Nice.
I respect.
Seems fair.
Above average, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
One small detail. I don't know if you guys noticed. So they showed Ben Kenobi's like hut. Do you think he was inside like listening to?
Oh, I know that was cool.
That
was cool.
He's there going in.
Was Ian McGregor or Alec Guinness in there? Somewhere?
That has to be Alec.
Like bobbing to the music.
It was early enough. It'd be Ewan.
It was probably like a Friday. It was a Friday evening, and he was enjoying a drink and the music.
Oh my gosh! Do you think in the Obi-Wan show it'll open with him like with headphones on, like at some point, and then he like actually does something?
Please no.
That'd be crazy.
I mean, it would be. I feel like that's something Ewan would do though. Like he'd be like the perfect person to do something like that.
More so than Alec.
It's like, have you heard this new band? They're great.
That's a great band. Yeah. Right. Oh my god. Oh god. All right. So let's get into it, guys. For me, this was one of my favorite episodes. Episode 3, the twins. I mean, can I say anymore? I see a lot of head nods. That to me was a phenomenal episode.
Well,
The worst one.
I thought it was okay.
No, I enjoyed that one. I'm with you on that.
I really like.
I like it.
I'm sorry, Megan. Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
You're gonna mute me. He knows how now.
Yes,
The funny thing it was like I was watching that episode and I'm like, oh yeah, we're gonna have to do this live stream later. I wonder how Megan's gonna feel about this.
Oh yeah, great. Look how big the I didn't like it list
Hold
is
on.
on that.
Oh,
Yeah, this is the I liked it list, the little heart, and this is the no. I had to like go in the middle and write in bold cliches in caps lock. I was like, oh my gosh, the dialogue was so terrible.
What?
It ranks pretty low for me too, actually. Out of the 9, it's like number 8 for me. Out of the 9 episodes, it's
I just like the
second to last.
Flash.
I enjoyed it for what it was, but if I had to rank them in order, it would be second to last for me.
Really? Okay. All right. We'll get into it. I mean, so we do see how like it's cool. Like, what'd you think of the Star Destroyer being like 2 of them in one?
That was weird with the weird little circle in the middle.
Yeah.
There was some strange things in this episode like that.
Yeah.
It was cool.
Yeah.
A lot of it
The
was
Gemini
like
class, I think is what they called it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What'd
A
you
lot
think?
of it-
Star Destroyer.
A lot of it was like symmetry and like imagery as well. Like the fact that the whole theme of the story is the twins, and that's the title. Like, 2 Star Destroyers that are, twins to each other.
Called Duo or whatever, right?
Yes, our duo, and also R2, of course, callback, and it looked, like R2, and he looked like Luke also. I think also Gemini, to your point, I think that has to do with something of 2 alike kind of thing. I don't remember exactly. Yes, exactly. So
yeah.
I agree. Yeah, I definitely. I mean, that's literally what I thought of was like Luke and Leia. That's literally the vibe.
Yeah,
like,
and
So
that's
that's
what it's
one
modeled
thing
after.
I thought happened a lot throughout the whole series is there were these callbacks to stuff we've seen before.
Yes.
Even the
Oh,
last
yeah.
episode was very Anakin and Padme. This one we were talking about twins. That happened a few times throughout all the different episodes that there were these themes that came back. And I just thought it was an interesting like callback to that kind of stuff. It was some of it was very close and on the nose and like very much mirroring it exactly. But it was just weird to see that, but it was really cool. I liked how they did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost like a what if.
Yeah,
Almost.
basically. Yeah, literally. I mean, and just going through the episode, I thought that was cool too. They both had kyber crystals. You guys noticed that like they both like in order to like power up their suit like that. I thought was a cool concept. I liked it. Going into the scene where he just like literally is like escape. I thought that was freaking cool when he starts escaping. Like she's literally like grabbing the ship, brings him back. Bam, he comes out. They start fighting, and she goes like all like Super Saiyan, and like I thought it was really cool how like they got to see like she finally got to see how like what was gonna happen to her, because she was asking like how do you know and this and that. Like, what'd you guys think of that part when when like they were in like that little realm?
Oh, That was interesting. That part.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys remember that part. The part where they're in that like little thing, like
yeah, he was like warning her.
Yeah, where they're like where he's warning her, and then they're like talking in it. Like, what did you guys think of that part? Because remember, she was like
twin telepathy.
Yeah,
it was like time freeze and seeing the future. I don't know. There was a lot that this introduced a lot every episode introduced that doesn't explain, but most of it you're like, okay, I see what this version of the universe is capable of. But in this one, I'm like, wait, so people could just walk around in space and breathe.
But the droid needed a helmet.
What I was thinking.
That was the weird part. At the end, when the droid saved her, got her body, she didn't need a helmet, but the droid had an extra helmet on top. It was it was weird.
And then you can use the Force to just freeze time and kind of go to an astral plane where you look at the future. I was like, that's a thing now? I don't... there was so... I don't know. We can get into my rant later. You guys can start with all the things you liked.
I'll talk about this. I'll say this. I thought it was so cool when she was like kind of like screw whatever has to be said. Like she didn't care. She was like, I'm putting that kyber crystal. I think she put it like on her chest. And she just went like she just went like Super Saiyan mode. She was like Super Saiyan like freaking 10.
It makes you turn into Darth Vader Grievous.
I was
the lightsaber whips.
I was like, that was pretty cool though. I'm not gonna lie. Like that was one of the things I did like. I actually liked it. What about you?
Oh, well, I was just gonna say that the people that produced this one was Trigger, and they did I think the Elder also, but Trigger is kind of known for Kill la Kill, and it had a lot of Kill la Kill vibes in it, and
it did. It really
it was pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought it was. I mean, what about you, Dan? Did you really did you like this episode? I don't remember if you said you did it.
Oh, I liked it. I mean, I liked all of them, honestly. There's nothing that I really disliked. I liked them all. But again, like I said, I'd rank this one as lower. If I had to put them in order,
right.
This one would go towards the end. But I did like it for what it was.
Okay, not bad. What about you, Kev?
Yeah, I really just like where you put the kyber crystal like into the suit, and it kind of you're like, it's like powering the suit as if it would power a lightsaber itself. Like I love that. Part of that. But yeah, I kind of got caught up. Like I couldn't stop thinking about how they were breathing in space.
Did you?
Technically, they do that in the movie, so it doesn't really matter.
That is true. Leia. I mean, in the last Jedi.
You know,
yeah.
Well, I yelled in the movie theater. So.
Yeah. Did you notice when her hand was actually? Oh, here we go. Did you guys notice her hand was taking the actual kyber crystal? Like, did you guys notice that before this? Yeah, that was insane. That was crazy. I was just like, when I saw that, I was like, that's insane. Literally. But do you guys remember that part where her hand was actually in the ship and taking the kyber crystal?
Yeah.
Like in that, I was
looking down and writing my notes, but
that was a cool representation of like force grabbing something.
Yeah. I was like, that was cool because like it was literally like just like coming and he like grabbed it and just took him. I was like, oh damn, like all right, girl, you got those powers. I'm like, I see you. No, but it was cool. It was a cool concept. I would have to say, damn. I mean, what did you guys think of the suits? That's what I want to go back to. That's what I wanted to ask. What did you guys think of the suits?
Thought hers was
one
cool.
of the only 3 things on the I liked it side.
What'd you like?
I liked that there was an X-wing.
Mm-hmm.
I liked that it opens in space, so very traditional Star Wars opening like that. And I liked the idea of kyber-powered suits. I almost wish they'd gone full Japanese mecha suit with it and had it really powered. But it did immediately enhance it, and it had all the arms and the whips and stuff. And I was like, okay, that's a freaking cool concept. You put a kyber crystal into like a suit and it becomes power. Like I thought that was a great concept. Yeah.
The Holdo maneuver was cool too, to see that.
That was wild.
That was
pretty neat. Animated Holdo maneuver.
What's going on?
What'd you think of that one, Meg? Like, what you say? What the heck is going on?
I don't know. It just got real crazy, and
it did.
But the fight when it got crazy and people were powering up and there were explosions and like when they exploded the crystal and it kind of went boom, boom,
everything
and then
just
like and then boom. Yeah, so that was
Yeah.
It was showing well.
Yeah, no, it was. I thought it was a really good episode. This one, and it was like, again, we knew it was called the Twins, and I really like how, they really took that and kind of gave it. Oh, hold on, is this? Oh, here we go. He's back. Sorry.
No, I was just switching computers.
He just wanted to be over there. Okay.
Yeah, he was like, you know what? I'm tired of being on the right. Well, at least on my right.
No, I was switching it up.
Well, this way now. Yeah,
switching up device.
High five to your screen there, buddy.
Yeah, he's like, there we go.
Yeah, the cool kids corner. Fine.
Yeah,
It's all
he's
good.
like, all right. Yeah, he's like, I made my way to the middle now. I'm cool.
Cool.
No, it was a good episode. I really liked it.
One of the things that stood out for this episode for me was the camera work. There was a lot of those shots that were upside down, or where the background was like slightly twisting.
I like when it was on
really
top
cool
of her.
things.
When she was kind of like this, like she was like kind of like upside down. I was like, oh.
They used some interesting and like weird camera angles in this one that really stood out. So that was kind of cool to see.
I love the big ass lightsaber. I actually, you know what I like?
Light speed.
I actually really like how, when you saw that character that is like, I guess Luke, I'll call him Luke, had the lightsaber, the kyber crystal, and just went and just put it in. Like, that was, to me, that's dope. Could you imagine? Like, that is so, instead of like unscrewing it or kind of trying to do all this other stuff, you just literally just like literally like lift up, and
it was like a rainbow that came out of it.
Yes.
That was wild.
I like that. I like that concept, and it was funny because you get to see more of that, and I think we'll talk about that in a later episode with the colored lightsabers. But overall, I mean, I want to ask Dan, what do you rate this episode if you had to? Because I know you rated it an 8, like for the one that you like, but if you had to
out of the 9 episodes, it's probably number 8 for me. But I guess out of like a 1 to 5 scale, for me it was like a 3.5.
Okay, all right.
It was like a 3.5. I mean, it was good and it was fun, and I like enjoyed it. And to me, like 3 would be good, 5 would be great. Right. So it's good. It's a little bit better than good. I enjoyed it and I had fun, but I didn't like absolutely love it as much as I did some of the other ones.
Okay, all right. What about you, Sheev? What'd you think? What would you have to rate it out of 5?
Probably a 4. I think my out of 5, 4 out of 5. But I think my favorite scene was that last one, and to bring it full circle, like the whole symmetry, twins, and everything. Like it ends with him on the X-wing and the sand, and he's staring at twin suns. So I really liked the ending, and I thought the story was really cool to see and just fun in general. So 4 out of 5.
Okay, not bad. What about you, Dupree?
Yeah, I'd honestly say 4 out of 5 for what it was. I really liked the fact that it kind of, oddly enough, it had like an old school Star Wars feel. It had like a classic Star Wars feel.
It did,
which really brought it back. Mostly that was kind of like the whole X-wing. Everything with the X-wing made it feel very like classic Star Wars.
I'll be honest. I mean, the whole series, didn't it feel very classic for you? Like just in general, like
all of it.
Yeah. I agree. What about you, Meg? What do you rank? What do you rank? I know you're a tough one.
It had some really interesting concepts, and some of the visuals, like Dan was saying, the camera work and stuff was really interesting and fun to watch. It wasn't my favorite style of the different anime styles, but to me, the worst part was the writing. It just opens with the laziest exposition dump you've ever heard of a protocol droid telling a character all the things about themselves that they should already know. As you know, mistress, you were born of the dark side with your twin brother. And I'm like, why are you telling her this? Like, and our evil plan to do this and that. And I'm like, she knows this. Like, what are you doing? So it was completely lazy. I think some of the dialogue was really cliche. I will destroy you. I was like, okay.
But that's very anime about it.
That's
what makes it so anime.
Another interesting thing they did on this one is they went about like 1.5 minutes, almost 2 minutes in the beginning with no dialogue at all.
Yeah.
It was just music and just setting the scene, which a lot of the other ones started, I feel like, a little bit quicker than that. I remember this one taking a little bit longer to get going. So I'm not familiar with the studio that made this one off the top of my head, but
Trigger.
A really peculiar choices. And it makes me want to go in and look at more of their other work and see what they've done. Because again, anime, that's not my thing at all. This is really like my first dive into it, and I really enjoyed a lot of it, and it did pique my curiosity to see what these other studios have to offer.
Yeah.
Well, and I don't understand because they harped on the fact that these two were born from the dark side. They were created to fulfill dark side destiny or whatever. But then as soon as we meet Kare, he's already good.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't understand why he's so completely not on board with this plan that they'd apparently grown up for the purpose of serving.
It was to fulfill that
Change your
destiny,
heart.
as you said. Yeah.
But why? He doesn't
To
even
change your
tell
heart.
her.
I mean, I guess it's kind of like, again, I mean, if you think about it, I think somebody here said it's like if you think about it, it's kind of like a what if. I mean, if you think about it, you have, is as if Leia would have went to the dark side and Luke, was, good. That's kind of what it is. I mean, if you think about it, that's kind of the vibes I get from it, at least that what if, and just seeing those two sides. And again, he is hope, and I guess that's why they focused with him being more of just kind of escaping, the Sith, just leaving that aspect of it. So. I do have to say though, I was like looking at it just now. What'd you think of the whole thing? I'll ask you, Meg, of when he like literally like, chops her like the kyber crystal, when he like literally takes it like with the lightsaber. What'd you think of that?
There was a lot of episodes that involved somebody getting slashed through across the chest.
That is true.
It always made me go like that, and I think in every single one of them they survive it. And I'm like, could somebody please just die? Let there be consequences.
You're the new George. You're the new George. Somebody's got to die.
I want there to be stakes. And if everybody survives every lightsaber hit, I'm like, geez, Louise, there's nobody. These things are lethal. What setting do you have them on? So I don't know. Like I thought it would have. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, she had like 1,000 lightsabers. So for him to survive that, I mean, he did. I mean, yeah. All right, well, that was.
Let me tell you what I thought.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I was not big on the whole like let's fight outside the Star Destroyer in space. Yeah, okay, cool. They might have special suits.
Stand on the front of an X-wing going like.
Yeah, and then like. Yeah, I wasn't. Yeah, going light speed on the X-wing. It was a little bit too much for me.
Punch it too. I was like, don't still
punch it. Like he went hyperspace, and he was like surfing the X-wing.
And that lightsaber was huge. That was a big ass freaking lightsaber.
I like the whole at the end, like I like the Tatooine suns. I like the suns.
Well, you know what? I'll believe that. That should have been in The Last Jedi, where, like, remember what? I would have believed that more than anything, honestly.
Maybe.
I would have rather that.
I like the whole Tatooine
suns, though, George. It's so
yeah,
on
I mean,
the
it could be
nose.
Tatooine.
Like, this is called twins, and it's about twins, and now there's twin sons. It's like when it shows the hand grabbing the kyber crystal, and we know how the Force works, and it's like you're showing us, and then he turns and goes, "She's trying to take the kyber crystal." We know. Saying everything
on the 5
you
stars.
Gotta watch more anime, Meg.
On the 5 stars, Rob. On the 5 stars, Rob. This one, like 3 being like pretty okay. Yeah, I give this like a 2.5, bro. Like it wasn't one of my favorites. I mean, it was cool, but it's what it's for. But I give it like a 2.5 stars.
Not bad. I respect it, dude. I respect it, so I don't mind it. All right, not bad. All right. Again, to each their own, but. Again, I'm still glad you guys. I mean, obviously enjoyed it. It's
it's still enjoyable.
Yeah. All right, so we'll move to the next one, episode 4, The Village Bride. Let me ask you, Dan. Did you enjoy this one, or was this one a sleeper for you?
It started out slow for me. At first, I wasn't super into it, and I was like, okay, this is whatever. But by the end, I actually did like this one a lot more than the last one. But probably next, this would probably be like out of 9. This would be number 7 for me. But I did like, I don't know, I like the ending. By the end of it, I was like, okay, no, I'm on board. This is cool.
I would say I felt like the ending was the best part of that whole episode. I mean, I think I was telling before we hopped on, I forgot, was it Meg or Kevin? I thought her, because the heels part, like,
her heels.
Oh yeah,
her
heels. Yeah, that she like jetted forward with them or something.
She
like
went
that. That was cool. I like that.
Yeah, my mic, but that was awesome. I mean, what were your takeaways? Gabe, like, what did you like about that episode? If you did you like it?
I'm the same way. I think this is one of those episodes where I was kind of like, I don't know, it just didn't grab me right away. So I was kind of just, on my phone, and I would look up or whatever. Well, but that ending, absolutely, that ending was awesome. And the character, I guess, what is it? Is it the sister or what? The girl with the mask?
The daughter.
The daughter,
Is
yeah.
it the daughter,
and then It's
the
husband.
Padawan or the Jedi, I guess.
Yeah, the Jedi was named F.
Okay. Very creative, right, Mike?
Like I immediately saw her and I was like, oh, that's gonna be. I guarantee you, at the next conventions, we're gonna see like tons of cosplays.
I hope we see all of these cosplays.
Oh, we're gonna see a bunch of people carrying their girls on their back.
Yeah, we're
with the
gonna
heels.
see groups of them like dressed in the little like their little crew.
Meg, you gotta have those. You gotta have
those heels.
Yeah, you gotta get those heels.
But yeah, you know what, as much as obviously I'm into like prop replicas and all that stuff. And one of the first images that I saw was that katana, right? That blue katana.
Yes.
And which is a real like they actually made a prop of it.
Yeah.
That's right, on Instagram. Yes, it was
right. So then I was looking for those. I was kind of looking around, when I was watching it, and the fact that she had her katana, and it was, lightsaber one. I was like, that's pretty cool. The yellow one, kind of changing it up. But yeah, the ending was probably the best part of it, and that's really when it caught my attention again. So I can't really talk about the story too much because I'm going to be honest, I didn't really pay too much attention to it. So.
What about you, Chief? What'd you think about it? That episode.
Well, to his point, I don't even think it's your fault for not paying attention. And like, you guys talked about how like the start of it, like sometimes like, especially with one of the earlier ones, that like they didn't really give you a lot of context, and like you're kind of wondering like what the heck is going on. For me, this episode, the start, I was like, all right, what the hell is even happening? It has like the broom and the bride, like, walking, and then they go to the stone and it sees the past, and you have the Jedi and the other dude, like watching them, and I'm like, what the hell is happening? Like I don't know any of these characters. They're just like, I guess you get like context, and like they talk about how it's the planet is showing the past, and the Jedi's master used to like live there or something. They were, intertwined with that planet. So it was just weird in the beginning, but yeah, the end was definitely the best part. I did enjoy the episode, and I thought it was probably one of the most like slept on going in. To your point, I was covering Visions a little bit going into it, and I noticed that this one was kind of the one they were like releasing the least about. It seemed like in the trailer we didn't get much footage of it, and even in the article there was only like one thing on StarWars.com that really showed you like kind of what was going on in this, and it was a brief thing about how F is a character that you don't really know much about. She's very secretive, and it's like, oh well, okay, this whole episode is super secretive.
I know. No, it's true. I mean, it's definitely true. I to point out that yellow lightsaber, I thought that was cool. I did that. I mean, it's cool. It's really nice. Oh, there we go. Here we go. Here.
There it is.
Shoes and saber in one shot. Yeah.
Dan the man. Look at that. I mean, yeah, those heels. I mean, she.
Oh yeah, you want the heels? There's your heels right there.
Oh my god, those are my god. That's You're gonna see those at the con a lot, I'm sure.
Definitely.
That's gonna be sick. No, but I thought it was dope. I mean, again, to see different color, that's also another thing. Like I thought it was nice to see not just the same ones that we always see, but different styles. Like that's what I really have appreciated from this show, is the different type of lightsaber hilts that we've gotten with it. Was really, really awesome, and it's very unique, each one that we've gotten. Again, Dupree, Kevin, what'd you think of the episode? Because I know how you feel about this. Which one?
Well, yeah, no, I kind of agree. Where, at the beginning, I wasn't really as invested with it, but as it went on, you kind of saw the point that's trying to be made, and I really just the character with the mask, the Jedi, just that was really the character. I was just waiting to see what we were going to get from that character, because it was intriguing just seeing, you see a character with the mask, and he doesn't look like a Sith and doesn't act like a Sith. So that character really did it for me. And then the end, I didn't realize that those heels could do that. And I really did enjoy that part of the episode and the
heels. That was
the real MVP.
Heels? He's like, I'm gonna buy those heels. Other than the
if they make a Funko of those heels.
I have to put it out there.
Visions Funkos would be cool.
Yeah, they would.
I got a little space back there. You saw that? I got a little space.
There might be some room.
I'm not quite at your level yet.
I see. Oh yeah, I see some.
I got a little space back here.
There you go. Right there we go. No, I mean it overall was a cool episode. It was all right. I mean, what would you have to rate it though, Gabe? Like if you had to, what would you rate this episode?
I mean, like I said, I can't. I honestly can't be fair because I didn't watch the whole thing. You know what I mean? I didn't.
It made an impact.
So I mean, you probably have to watch the whole thing to give it. But I like the visuals. I like like I said, I think for Star Wars fandom, it's gonna give them a lot of cosplay ideas, a lot of cool things. So that I appreciate that. But yeah, it'd probably be in kind of like the bottom quarter of the 9. You know?
I have to ask the $1 million question. What did we think of the battle droids? I thought that was cool.
Yeah,
I enjoyed that.
That was a cool thing.
Yeah,
that was
on
neat.
my good list.
Yeah.
Millennium Falcon vibes.
Oh yeah.
Yes, a white
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was kind of like the Outrider.
I thought it
from
wasn't
Shadows of
at
the Empire.
first.
It was a mix of both.
Yeah. I thought. What'd you think, Sheev, when you saw that?
I just thought it was cool. At first, I thought it was like kind of similar to the Falcon, but I did my research and realized they intentionally made it a mix of both of those ships.
Yeah. It was cool. I thought it was dope. Again, like I thought seeing the battle droids, seeing the ship, I thought, and then going back to what Para says, like when does this take place? In reality, when do you guys think this really takes place around? If you had to think.
I think actually in the article online, it kind of was basically saying that she was a survivor of Order 66. Kind of like it didn't exactly say that, but it, you got the idea. And then she talks about how her master was dead too. So
because these were decommissioned droids that they brought back. If I'm not mistaken,
so once the Trade Federation left, right?
Yes,
they left.
Yes,
them,
this was actually there we go. Wow,
they were like repurposed.
Yeah, that was a huge thing on the plus side of my list. Is the world building in this one was I really bought that this is how worlds would be after the Clone Wars, that any place the Separatists had this army of droids that they just kind of abandoned. Anybody could repurpose them, reprogram them, and start using them as their own little personal army and terrorizing
that's what I thought
little villages. It was so believable.
That's what I honestly, again, I'm not going to get into the Bad Batch, but that's what I thought they were going to do with them, after Order 60, during the Bad Batch. I thought we were going to see them be used for other things, not just kind of decommissioned.
Yeah, that there's just these rogue units of droids. It's actually an element that I've written into fanfics too, so I was glad to see I wasn't the only one who's thought of it.
Well, I like that they kept the idea too that it was tied to the main ship. So once he threw his helmet in and it blew up the main ship, all the droids decommissioned.
Control.
Yeah,
that was cool. That was a cool callback.
Consistent.
But in a sense, they did that before in your favorite show, Resistance.
No wonder.
they do it in all of them.
Yeah. Every time there's like a group of battle droids, there's like, Clone Wars too. That little kid that was like
in Rebels, sort of. I mean, it's just droids that never deactivated, but
yeah, but you never just saw them like really being used for something, like just in general,
out in the woods.
Just chilling, right? Just chilling in
criminal
the woods.
like that.
Yeah, becoming maybe possibly like like just a bounty. That would have been cool. Like seeing, because we know they're in Legends, like we have like battle droids that are bounty hunters. Like, so I thought that would have been nice to see that alive in one of these or something. So, but I don't know. But anyway, on that one, again, so. Do we all agree that? So, I mean, again, what do you guys rate it? I'll ask you, George. What do you rate this one? The Village Bride.
The Village Bride.
Yeah.
I thought
it's a 5.
I thought it was okay. Again, I probably give this like a 3 at the most.
Wow, you gave the twins a 2 and this one a 3?
Oh, easy.
It was okay. I mean, the whole saber and her heels.
That's
cool. That's cool. But I mean. It wasn't like a lot of. I feel like it wasn't a lot of action. It was kind of like just a little like something at the end, and that's it. A little storytelling. I wasn't too big on the whole bride thing. I was not a big fan of that.
Really, I like that.
I thought, maybe it's a girl thing. I don't know.
What? Jeez, what the heck?
It's a sentimental trope that they tapped into, so it was very predictable. She's going to sacrifice herself to save her father in the village.
Yeah,
so you kind of saw it coming a million miles away.
I thought it was just like okay. Like I wasn't a big fan. I mean, it was just something
one of the best soundtracks. I loved the music in this one.
The music.
I was telling, I forgot what episode it was, but it sounded like they were about to play the Titanic song in one of them. But I was like, yo, I'm like,
the recorder comes in.
Yeah, I was like, are we really gonna go the Titanic route? I'm like, oh crap. I'm like, no way. Oh god. But anyway, again, I do want to say thank you for all. I see a whole bunch of people here supporting Sheev. So, dude, thank you again for bringing they are here supporting you. So. I appreciate that. Supporting the channel and just supporting the panel. So thank you guys. Want to give you all a shout out.
No problem.
I saw the next one, episode 5. That one to me was dope. The 9th Jedi. I mean,
this might be my favorite one.
Yeah,
Agreed.
yeah. I have to say
Agreed.
the 9th Jedi was awesome. And again, like let's talk about it so we know. It was. You know what the crazy part is? Like I'm reading it here. It was supposed to be a 2-parter.
Yes.
Yeah, it was.
I hope it's a 2-parter in season 2.
No.
I had heard it was.
Big letters at the bottom. I want more on my notes. I was like, I want to see where this goes.
Yeah, the fact that he was a sabersmith. I mean, I thought one of the things that I thought was so cool, and I was telling Dupree, again, just talking off of here, I thought it was cool how, the concept of you hold your lightsaber, it turns to the color that you are.
Oh,
it's not just like you get
and the length.
Yes.
And the length of it. Yeah, that was cool.
That was dope. Yes, I thought that was so cool. And oh my gosh, the fact to see in that episode, like, did anybody really here think that they were all Sith? Because I didn't. Like,
dude, that twist.
Yeah, I was gonna say, was this by M. Night Shyamalan? Did he have a hand in this? Because man, there was a lot of twists in that one.
Yeah, like I mean,
dude's wearing the Iron Man suit, pops up as the real Jedi. I was like, what?
I was like, who's this?
I was like, oh my gosh.
Ironmonger is the Jedi. Wow.
Yeah.
No, it was really cool to see that, and it was cool to see her lightsaber that she was using. It wasn't even a color, like it was just clear. That's something we've never seen before, correct?
I think that maybe hints that she is very, very powerful. But the funny part was she took it as she's not powerful at all in the beginning.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think that's what it was, is she hadn't hit her potential yet, because then when she's fighting with it and she powers up, it actually gets a color.
That's right.
Yeah, it turned green.
I loved that, like, indication of whether somebody was good or bad or struggling with their motivation or powerful or not, or coming into their powers. I just liked that was this visual indicator. If this was the twins, somebody would have said it out loud and they would have showed us and it would have zoomed in on it while they said it. But it was like, they didn't need to say it. I was just like, oh, hers changed color. Oh my gosh, something happened. The guy's just turning purple. That means he's changing his mind. Yeah. Like, I loved it.
That is, that was.
I thought it was pretty cool. I mean, my dad likes all the original trilogy, and he came over to visit, and I just watched it, and he's like, "What are you watching, son?" So I explained to him, and he totally got it. If I try to explain to him like the sequels, he'll be like, "No, I'm confused. I don't understand this." But I told him that, he's like, "Oh,
that's why you're just shitting on the sequels subliminally."
But I love the sequels. I like the sequels and stuff, but I mean, he's like confused. He's like an old trilogy guy, right? My daddy, obviously, he's older than I am, so. He totally understood that 9th Jedi, and he watched like most of it with me. He goes, "Oh, that's pretty cool, son. I've never seen this kind of animation." So I totally enjoyed it because I just seen it like an hour and a half ago. I seen it because I was behind. I didn't do all my homework. So, but I thought it was a fantastic episode. The whole concept, like Megan was saying about the lightsaber's red. Oh, he's a Sith. The lightsaber's, the different color. He's a Jedi. And I had to rewind it because I was a little bit confused on the whole sabers. Like, it looked like he was a Sith Lord, but he was actually a Jedi. The guy, what was the main guy's name?
Yeah, I thought he was a Sith.
Magav or whatever. Juro or Juno or whatever.
Churro. Yeah, because I'm like, does anybody want a churro? I'm like, really? This is the name they gave him, a churro? I'm like, a churro. Did you guys notice the I guess, were they robots? The ones that came to get the Sabersmith, her father? They kind of look like Embo a little bit. Did you guys kind of see that?
Oh, that's what I thought when I saw them.
I think that was just their mask. I think that was just their weird helmets with the weird like spider eyes on them.
I was just like, I just got Embo vibes. I was just like, yo, Team Embo.
They reminded me of the Nihil from the High Republic books.
Yes, you know what it is. I I don't get into the High Republic.
Don't worry about it. I was just commenting on it.
We'll trust you on that one, Shave.
The one thing I
good.
really liked about this episode is like the whole base they were on basically turned into a giant lightsaber at the end.
Yes.
Like a rock lightsaber. I was like, that's pretty cool. Like,
the world building in this one, like the very opening scene where it's coming in from space and like freaking like Scorpion from Mortal Kombat thing comes out and grabs that spear and pulls it down, and then we rotate upside down to the asteroid base. I was like, this is a great opening, and it was paced so well the whole way. It was interesting. Every single thing that happened, I couldn't pause to look with that speeder chase through the woods and she's going backwards. I was like,
I was like, it literally gave me like Return of the Jedi. I was like, shit.
It was definitely a throwback to that, but they upped it and had her go backwards, and then she's fighting on the ice and she Kylo Ren's his stinking thing, but better. I was like, yes.
No, it was really cool. You know, I thought also too, it kind of reminded me going back to Ashiv, the High Republic. I thought when she traveled to that when she traveled to whatever that is up there in beautiful space, it reminded me of the High Republic. What is it called? The Galactic Star Cruiser. That's what
I know what you're talking about.
Starlight Beacon. There we go. I'm sorry, not the Galactic Star Cruiser, the Starlight Beacon. Yeah, there we go.
Hey, Darth Eternal,
Starlight Beacon. We can't afford Galactic Star Cruiser.
My lord, my lord, Darth Eternal, my lord, Darth Eternal.
What's up?
I gotta run, but
okay, dude. Thank you for hopping on, bro.
Everybody have a good one.
We'll
Enjoy.
talk, Papa.
We'll talk.
See you,
Right.
Later. But yeah, no, I was kind of getting that Starlight Beacon vibe. Like that's what I was like, oh, cool. It kind of reminds me like of. Doesn't look like it, but I'm like the fact that they had to travel to it. I was like, all right, that's kind of cool. You know, gotta go up in space to go there. So I thought that was pretty dope. But
and that droid that she hires as the pilot, like
sipping on his tea,
he's drinking his tea,
and he was like, he did not want to go.
Oh, this is
and then find another pilot.
How funny was it though when she was like trying to push him because he was walking so slow. There it is. Yeah, that was cool.
Cool.
Yeah. It was cool.
And just the concept of a galaxy where lightsabers are extinct. That there are Jedi and there are Sith, and they haven't seen lightsabers in years, and that it's like a sacred item.
And that was the thing is like, how did they get their communicators? Like, how did they even like? I wonder who did they kill Jedi? Was like because that was said, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, it was Jedi like to get him. He knew, and so he had the plant that was the one guy. I think.
Because the one guy was good. He was good that we saw at the end. Like we saw he was good, and then it was just the rest of them were all bad. But there was two that were good actually. Because the other one turned.
So Ethan was
the other one turned and then came back.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, he was hanging out with the bad guys too long. He did. He was like, I think they're
even. Yeah, probably would have happened to Mace Windu.
Yeah.
See how much of a jerk he is.
For a minute.
He's alive.
Who just said he's alive?
Me.
Mace lives.
Of course you think he's alive.
Johnny's alive, bro.
He's alive.
You think he's really alive, bro? You really think the Mandalorian he's alive?
Oh yes. He definitely could be.
I'm not getting into this right now.
No body, no death.
No, it is true though. I mean, shit, if Palpatine can survive, right? Why can't he?
That's right.
I mean, if Maul could survive, right? If Maul, let's just talk about. I mean, cut in half. I mean, come on.
In the Lop and Ocho episode, I did like a watch party last night. She fell like from super high, and I was like, "Yo, she can survive this. There's no way Mace didn't."
I know.
She pulled a Black Widow. It was just like.
I know it's so true. I mean, but overall, I mean, again, I thought it was so cool. You know what it kind of reminded me of when they all grabbed the sabers and it ignited red. You ever seen that was very cinematic. That was just beautiful within itself. That was number one. Number two, have you guys ever seen I know Dupree, you have the cinematic what is that called with the Knights of the Old Republic? Or I'm sorry, the Old Republic, where they all
the Old Republic, where they go to the Jedi Temple and freaking massacre the Jedi.
Yeah, like that's what really reminded me of. I'm like, oh damn, we're really about to get this kind of a fight scene. And I was just like, and when she was like, she was putting it on them, I was like, damn, she could fight.
It made sense why like all of them were so impatient to get their lightsabers.
Yeah, I didn't catch on to that, to be honest. I would have never.
Yeah,
did you like this one?
It was red.
I liked it, and it's probably up there with my most liked of like all 9. But obviously, the ones I really liked above this one. But this one was really cool. I really like this one now.
What about you, Gabe? What'd you think of this episode?
I like the mask, like the whole like Doctor Doom looking mask. Yeah, that the dude is wearing. Like I really like that costume. But you know what? To be honest, it was hard after watching that first episode. That's the problem with me, is that I got like that first episode to me was just so good that like I was comparing them to that one. So every time I would kind of like lose track and I'd be like, it's not as good as the first one. Let's see what the next one has. But again, I think this one, that twist was that was a huge reveal. I was just like, wait, what the hell? So I did not expect them to be Sith. So that was really cool. I really like the fact that they built that up, for a big reveal. But other than that, I mean, it was an okay one. I mean, it was okay. Like I said, I really liked the what do you guys remember his name? The character, the main one with the Dr. Doom looking man.
Juro.
Churro.
No, it was cool.
I like that.
I still really like when her lightsaber turned green. I thought that was so cool. Like I'm still thinking about it. I'm just like it was clear though, and it's like I said before, we've never seen anything like that where it's just clear. Like we've had the dark saber, and also too like in we've had Ahsoka's the white saber, like we've gotten that, but like to see a clear like that was just, it still hits me to like different.
It was cool.
But, yeah, it was different. It was dope. It still reminds me of I'll say it again, the Force Unleashed, when you could unlock it with cheat codes and everything like that. That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, damn, they need to make a game like this, again, because I need some cheat code. I need to be able to unlock it. But yeah, no, overall good episode, I have to say. For myself, Sheev, what do you rate it, bro?
Well, I was doing ratings out of 10 last night, and I think I gave this one a 9. I really enjoyed it because it just was cool, man. Like it had, like in terms of the style, it kind of reminded me of like Naruto and like Shippuden at least, and like different things within that in terms of the anime realm. And then it had so much Star Wars feel, and it had the twist in it. I mean, you guys covered almost every part of this already, but it was a really great episode, I thought. And yeah, it was I guess I would give it a 5 out of 5 in terms of like, on that scale, but 9 out of 10 for me. It was probably one of the best. And even on Twitter, like some like big Twitter Star Wars pages were, doing polls on it, and they asked, what would you want to see a sequel to? And almost everybody voted Ninth Jedi. And I'm kind of in the boat to like, I think my favorite was probably the duel with Ronan. And then I really like The Elder, which I think might be one of the next ones we cover. But
sorry, that was my turn.
But the Ninth Jedi was definitely one of my favorites for sure.
And I thought it was, one of the things I thought was like really cool is like, when she obviously wants, them to go save her father, they really are trying to establish, reestablish the Jedi Order. I thought that, again, it kind of reminds me of, just in general, just reminds me of Star Wars just in general. I mean, it just what Star Wars is, like trying to restore the, the Jedi, the order and everything. So I really like this episode.
There were a few I felt in terms of the episodes that felt more anime than Star Wars, and had like, it was anime with Star Wars blend. And then there were some episodes that were Star Wars with anime blend, if you catch my drift.
Well put.
For sure. Yeah. Even Tim says it here. I mean, agreeing with you, bro. I mean, episode 5 just felt like a setup, and it honestly, if any of these episodes, I mean, again, there's a couple after this that are still good, but they definitely would be nice to have like some sort of a sequel to this one, like just make something out there. So, but yeah, all right, good to know. Let's move to episode 6, TOB1. What'd you guys, Kevin? What'd you think? Bro?
I mean, I was trying, like, while watching the episode, I remember just sitting there trying to like wrap my head around the idea of a droid becoming a Jedi. I was having some trouble with it.
It happened, bro. It's in Legends.
We don't talk about skipping.
You mean at Star Wars Astro Boy?
It was Astro Boy.
Yes,
it was literally Astro Boy.
We were saying, we were like, doesn't this give you Astro Boy vibes? Like literally.
Astro Boy, Mega Man, which was inspired by Astro
Pinocchio.
Boy.
Yes, Mega Man as well. Yeah, that's true. No, I mean it was an okay episode. I think I was telling Dupree, yeah, there we go. See? Oh, bam! I'm saying he's on the.
I'm ready with all the screenshots. Just
I know, dude. I'm like, I see, literally, dude. I'm just like, yeah.
I got your back here.
The Skyhopper.
Yeah, there was a lot of cool stuff.
There we go. Did you guys notice that lightsaber?
Fallen Order style.
Jedi Fallen Order. Yes,
dude. In that T16, I'm gonna just say I didn't watch this one. No. And you know what it was? So okay,
you saw TOB1. That's what it was, and you were like, nope,
I didn't do my homework.
TOB1.
So as soon as I got home from work, I put it on, and we're sitting here. And like I said, I'm trying to like catch up on just home life and trying to get it. So by the time it got to this one, I was kind of just a little spacey now, and I was just like, and I kind of fell asleep for like a quick second. I opened my eyes, and it was like the next episode. So I did not watch this, which I have to now because I didn't know the T16 was it. The T16 is like one of my favorite Star Wars ships.
He's a simp. Mm-hmm. He's a simp for it. There you go.
I am, but
gotta have that T16.
There it is. I need me some T. But that, dude, if you buy like the real version, that's gonna take up your whole room, bro.
No.
Let's get the Hasbro one.
Well, that's the only one that's like the
no. He's gonna get the
one is actually the same size as Luke, the one that Luke is holding.
The '90s one, yeah.
Yep. The '90s one is the only one the same size. Yep.
There's only one guy that
really
makes one with the exact parts, and I don't even want to tell you guys how much he charges to make one.
Can you just tell us just to kind of tease us, if you don't mind?
It's in the 5 digits.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh!
Yeah, it's
because go on the Star Cruiser for that.
Those little parts, they're all model parts that are super impossible to find. So, yeah,
damn,
crazy.
Wow.
Damn, that's. Anyway, I
gotta go watch this one, so I'm gonna sit this one out. I can't even comment.
It's all
did you guys notice, like, in his room or whatever that was, it was like the story of Star Wars?
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
Grievous.
Yeah, you can see it on the walls.
Grievous, Ahsoka.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, all the
There's a
little
lot of
etchings.
details all over the walls.
X-wings everywhere. I loved it.
Well,
Yeah, really cool.
I mean, he had the lot, and
There's
that
a
was
little
a crazy
Jedi
thing.
temple at the bottom there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to be honest with you, I wasn't expecting him to come out of nowhere. Like, cause he sent him out for, to look for a kyber crystal, and he was looking everywhere for it and he couldn't find it. And it's just like, again, it was more to like shy him away from going down to the basement because he didn't want him to go down there, because we end up finding out why, and then he makes that mistake of going down and then the Empire finds out and then we hear them reference the Empire, which was, Dupree, I see you. You're like, damn, they don't messed up.
The whole time I was watching that part, I'm like, damn, kids miss everything.
Stupid kid.
Like, this is why I don't have them. Like, this is why I don't have them.
They gotta call the Inquisitor straight to
I
you.
know. Call the Inquisitor, and then that dude's like, just go in there. I'm gonna go out here and die because you called them.
Guess I'll die.
Yeah, he didn't even have arms.
Yeah, he didn't.
That was weird too.
That was weird. Yeah, he didn't have arms.
It's actually really funny. A good friend of my channel, he's literally a Santa, and sometimes in real life, his name is Star Wars Santa, and he looks just like this dude. So it was funny. He was covering it going into it, and yeah, exactly. We were all talking about how he didn't like the Astro Boy thing. He was like, "Oh, they really brought Astro Boy into it," So and we see the episode, and Star Wars Santa's his master. So it's like, oh,
oh my god,
that's good stuff,
dude. It was an okay episode. Like I wasn't, I thought it was kind of like what Ducky Momo says here. It was cute. It was a cute episode. I think it was nice for kids. Again, because
what do you guys think about the aspect of the fact that his master's trying to like bring life to the planet? With like the plants and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought that was pretty interesting too, and it's cool how the TOB1 really still takes up still lives through like that legacy for him, even though he's gone. So
yeah,
what do you
think
think of
prioritizes that as soon as
yeah.
he dies.
Yeah, and then it's cool when he finally gets the crystal.
Sorry, spoiler alert, Gabe.
No,
okay. I actually appreciate it because some of these episodes that I didn't watch, I love hearing your guys' input because now I'm gonna be able to appreciate them a little bit more.
What'd you think when he finally made the saber? Like he finally got the crystal and he starts doing all these like flips and he's like on one hand and yeah. What'd you think of that one? I don't know if you remember that.
I mean, it's a robot, so
no, he's on one hand. Bro, there's breakdancers that get on one hand. What are you talking about? Bro, like, what?
I mean, he's a robot, like, he was already doing trippy stuff before, so it's like, I believed it. It's like, okay, no training.
Bro. I thought
he downloaded it, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Except he actually could.
I know Kung Fu.
Nice. Matrix.
Oh my god! But it was like I wasn't expecting him to know how to use a lightsaber though. Like, I mean, again, I know obviously he had it, whatever. But like, I'm like, where did he get his training from? Like this. Right? I'm sorry, I'm not gonna. Like, this gives me. I'm not even gonna say what this gives me again. But anyway, I'm not gonna get into that. What do you think, Meg?
It was nice to look at. I'm surprised that I liked the animation as much as I did because I don't like Astro Boy style, but sorry, but like it was actually really beautifully the camera work and the details in the background and the motion of the animation was really satisfying, and the final battle, the choreography of it was really cool and exciting to watch. I just didn't believe that he was doing it. Like, I was like, why does he know how to do all this? I mean, I guess he can, but I wish he'd kind of earned it a little more. I don't know, Ray, B1, but...
It's nice that I didn't want to say it, but thank you.
You didn't want to say it, I'll say it.
Yeah, you could say it, I'm not going to say it.
And then it was just confusing, because I'm like, are we supposed to treat him like a person or a droid? Because he was something in between.
Well, yeah. Did you see that one part when they're like he goes into like this realm like of talking to his master, creator? Yeah, and
he dreams.
A boy.
He seems sentient and has conscience. I think it was very bold. This is the one where they did kill somebody and they stayed dead. So I was like, that was kind of a ballsy move, and it was emotionally impactful. So I appreciated that they made there be stakes and consequences, and that there was a motivation for him to carry on. And it was kind of like, yeah, rebuild those robots and fulfill his dream. Yes, and be a really good Jedi on your first try. Okay, fine. Whatever. So
I know he kills an Inquisitor his first time. They had, I think that was an Inquisitor because he had the.
This subtitle said Inquisitor. Yeah.
With one hand. I mean, I was just like,
with one hand. Yeah.
I'm like, all right, bro. Like, I see you, man. I'm like, all right.
That's how we're doing it, huh?
Yeah, that's exactly how we're doing it.
But it's funny you guys say like they killed people or they didn't stay dead. They killed a lot of people in all these episodes, and a lot of them did stay dead.
They did, like even innocent people. Yeah. Yeah, they did actually. Meg.
Come on,
I think their point was the like protagonists, like the good people. There weren't a lot of good people that died from at least parts of it. Of course, that last episode, we had the girl that died, but
like every episode had a lightsaber battle, and I think,
and even she came back.
I'm gonna get to that.
This is one of the only ones where somebody died in it. I guess maybe the first one.
Well, I thought one of the things I thought was funny was like when hold on, I feel like the episode was there to kind of bring out the inner child. It felt like watching 6-year-old me.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that was. I liked that aspect. It was relatable of like daydreaming that you're a Jedi. I was like, okay.
Well, think about it too. I mean,
that. Thanks.
Literally, I mean, think about it when you're a kid, right? And you're like pretending to be on the floor. Like when he was on the floor, he was like, "I'm all right, guys. Like I'm good." I thought it was funny. Like it was cool. That's what kids do. Especially when they get hurt. They're like, when they're joking around, like I'm all right. I'm cool. I'm chilling. Like,
face planted in the sand, but he's like, I'm fine.
Yeah, Santa must have gotten wrecked in that episode because that pile of rocks wasn't.
It was just a marker. It wasn't just covering the one piece of him that they recovered. Come on.
Oh, Meg, you got to do your sign. Do the sign, Meg. Do it. Go ahead. There you go. There it is. Oh my God. So, what do you rate this episode, Meg? Bam.
This one, I had my like and dislike list were equal sizes, so this is about 3, maybe 2.5. Definitely higher than the twins, but maybe my second lowest.
My twins. All right. Not bad. Let's go to the next one, which I thought was another. I thought this one was great. Episode 7, The Elder.
Yeah.
The Elder.
The Elder. That was right on the money. I mean, did you guys? I told Dupree this. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know if you guys got this. Did you guys get like Obi-Wan Kenobi and like Qui-Gon vibes?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay, cool.
I think it was very intentionally familiar in that way, and that it seemed to be set in the universe that we know. It wasn't an alternate version of the universe.
I'm going to say this. I thought it was actually cool to see. I thought it was really cool to see a Padawan that was not. How do I say this? I think you guys know. I think it was cool to see we get to see a black Padawan. I thought that was cool. It wasn't like, it's the what we're normally seeing. I thought it was nice to see something different, because again, you think of Finn right away, right? Who got deprived of that big role that he was supposed to have, and I think right there, and I was like, that was really, really cool for me. I thought that was nice. What they did with that, but man, I tell you, that episode was really, really good. Really, really good.
It was very much Padawan and Master. Like even by the end of it, he was still like teaching him why the Elder lost, and it was just like you're saying, very like Master and Padawan, Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon kind of thing. Yeah, it was cool, and that's why this landed near the top for me. This is one of the better episodes for sure.
And I like how the Master really felt the presence. I really like how he felt the presence. Like like. He was like, he was asking like, do you feel something? I thought that was really, really cool how he felt, and he was just like, yeah, and they end up going to that planet, and they end up looking for him. Yeah. I mean, again, right there, bam, he's got it.
Yeah.
All those red sabers,
dude.
The color.
Yes.
I was telling Dupree, I'm like, dude, that little old man could fight. That little old man, when he took, I forgot, what was the Padawan's name?
Dan.
Yeah.
Dude. I mean, I think you said it, Dupree. I was like, yo, when he literally he was like, and just sliced him. I was like,
the choreography for like the old man and then the Master was like on point. That was like some like the best like animated lightsaber fighting. I mean, aside from like the duel, like in this whole series.
Yeah.
For sure.
I thought this was really. I thought it was really, really dope. I mean, to see that again, get that Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon vibe was so cool. Again, it was funny when they split up. I was like, oh shoot, like you already knew what was gonna happen. Like once they split up, I'm like, oh man, the Padawan's gonna get it. And
I liked the tension that it built, though. I felt it. I was like, oh, I'm scared for him.
Yeah.
And I was like, when he walked through, like. I'll ask you, Dupree, like, did you expect him to like, were you expecting it to happen, like something go down when he went on it? And he was asking for it too. He's like, no, like I want it. And he was like, you just want to go. You just want to.
Yeah, because it's like, you're gonna bite off. You're obviously gonna bite off more than you can chew.
Yeah.
And the dude, his master was like, no, I sense like something like an ancient, sinister evil, and it's like. If the Master had gone, it's like obviously he would have sensed like that this was a trap or he was waiting, because the Padawan went up to the weird, I forget what they called, like the weird alien that he slashed, and it was obviously like a trap set laid for him and everything. But I didn't think, I thought the Padawan was gonna die. Like I thought he was dead when he got like slashed. They actually went for it.
Yeah, that was in my good column. I was like, oh my gosh, they killed Dan. That's awesome. And then I had to draw an arrow to the bad column when he was totally fine. I was like, what lightsaber are you people using?
I also thought that this one could have been like canon, like way before the original trilogy, like probably like before High Republic, because they were like, the Sith haven't been for like at least like 100 years or something. So I'm like, this could have been.
Oh, Gabe, you're muted.
Gabe.
He's back.
Hey.
Yeah, no, so sorry. I was like muting screaming children in the back. So I actually got to jump off early because of that. I think.
Oh, all right, dude.
Take care of those
How long
kids.
are you going to be on this thing?
We're just going to get through the next episodes and then,
I'm just going to jump off right now, man. So
all right,
thank you guys for having me on.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here.
Always. Thank you.
Always good to see you, Gabe.
Thank you.
Yeah, bro.
man.
Always a pleasure to have you, bro. Many blessings, bro.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys next time. Sorry, I have to cut off.
You're fine, bro. Bye. Later. So, man, yeah. I mean, where do we leave off? I totally forgot.
Oh, that they didn't kill
Canon.
Dan.
Oh yeah,
and then it feels like
I
canon.
forgot.
This feels like it's set in the world that we or the galaxy that we know. It could be.
Well, they did say there was going to be one episode that was prequels, and they said there was going to be one like post.
I hadn't heard that.
Yeah, they actually did say. They did say that. I think me and Dupree actually did a video. You did a video, and then I know I did a video on it because they had said those were like the two things to watch out for. We didn't know. I didn't know it was going to be the Elder though. That I didn't know, but I guess that's kind of where you can kind of get that one.
It feels like it could be pre. I mean, yeah,
it could be.
Oh yeah,
definitely.
I haven't really talked about it yet, but everybody else was saying how the Master and Apprentice feel, and not to bring it back to the High Republic, but the characters I really connected them to were Bel Zettifar and his Master from the High Republic, who are like my favorite characters in those novels. Okay. And Bel is very headstrong and arrogant kind of, and they're both very like sarcastic in a way almost, so they're very resemblant of each other, and their Master is like very wise, both of them. So I really connected those characters together, but I did love the Master and Apprentice feel, of course.
Yeah,
it was awesome.
Dope, dude, so dope. I thought it was, again, just to get like that Master and Apprentice just hit home, man. And I love how the old man was just like, oh, you're not a worthy opponent, la da da da.
Yeah,
I was like, yo, he's
a savage,
dude, just shitting on him, like, yo, like that. But you could tell, like, honestly, like when he was fighting him, like he looked really timid, like he was, because even he said it, his fighting style was just, you could tell like he wasn't like
probably not a lot of experience.
Yeah, like he literally could not defend him. I mean, you see it there literally with two lightsabers just came at him and put it on him, and I'm just like, damn, bro.
Well, even the Master talked about how that's the first time he's encountered a presence like that, and the Sith have been gone for centuries or whatever, so definitely was cool. And back to what you got, another person was saying, I can't remember now, sorry.
So many people.
I know. I liked how he did that little speech at the end where he talked about the cost of power and like how you can choose to do good things with power and protect those with it, and then
Qui-Gon
do
vibe,
bad
bro.
things with it. Yeah,
but it doesn't last. It's never
exactly.
Yes,
very
like
Japanese.
It was a very heady, like very Jedi heady episode.
That's what made this one probably my favorite.
Yeah, one of the things that I was telling Dupree that I noticed, did you guys like once that character that was like Qui-Gon-ish came, when he took that saber, he took the Elder's saber, threw it up in the air. I didn't think he was gonna like slice it and have. I was like, dude, that's insane. I was like, what? Like, yo, when I saw that, I'm just like, bro, this guy's not one to be messed with. But also too, they did say, like one of the things he did say, I think the Elder, or it was him, was like, it was actually the guy who is like Qui-Gon. He was like, if he was a few years younger, if he was years younger, it might have been a different outcome.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, he does say that, so I'm just like, damn, because he was strong. I mean, the Elder was strong, and you kind of get those Palpatine vibes too, because that was kind of like what they were going for with him.
Yeah, I think so.
He was an evil little dude.
Yeah.
Well, I like the fact that I was telling you earlier that it's what's his name that's in Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh yeah,
James Wong, whatever his name is.
Yeah, you were telling me. I forgot, bro. My mind is shot. But
how about the visuals when he turns on his lightsaber and the rain starts hitting it?
Oh,
I loved it.
That
was Clone Wars vibes. That was the old school Clone Wars vibes.
Yeah.
Versus Star Wars.
It was so cool. I mean, and it was. What didn't he say that he wasn't a Sith? Because he asked him, "Are you a Sith?" And he goes, "No."
Well, I think he used to be.
He used to be, but he was no longer. But I think he was waiting, because he did say he was waiting for a worthy. He's like, I haven't faced a worthy opponent in such a long time, and he's like, I've been waiting for this or something, So it was cool. It was really, really cool to see that. Again, I still dig the episode. I when he dies, he kind of turns into mush. I was like, all right, I was like, all right,
Yeah, what
that's.
the heck is that?
I'm like,
and then he blew up his own ship, so they couldn't figure out anything about him, which leads more to the mystery. Which, that was cool too.
Which would be something again, possibly a setup.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Something.
I'd like to see more of that one. I did like that episode.
Yeah, it was a good one. What'd you really enjoy about it, Kev? Like, out of everything.
Just the wisdom of the Master Jedi, and just again, like most people had said, just like the, passing on the knowledge and the wisdom to the Padawan through not just words, which we were kind of at the beginning and also at the end, but through like basically a trial that the Padawan is going through the episode.
Yeah, definitely. How was it insane when he killed him? Literally, like right through the chest. I was like, oh, dude, that kill was crazy. That was like one of the crazy. I was like, damn, if they only he literally just went like that and just ignited it. I was like, oh, dude, that was awesome. It was a really good episode. I mean, yeah, really, really good. What do you guys have to rate it? If you, I'll give it to you, Dan. What do you rate it out of 5?
Out of 5. I'd probably give this one a 5 out of 5. I actually really liked this one a lot. Just the whole master and apprentice thing was really cool, and just the way they talked about the Force. Really, that ending is kind of what just sealed it for me. Is that whole talk about power and how it's not permanent, and just giving that master teaching the Padawan this like knowledge he may not fully understand yet, but will in the future. That just landed with me really well, and so I'll give it a 5 out of 5.
Okay, all right, not bad. What about you, Sheev?
The last thing I'll say on it before my rating, like another aspect of why I love this episode was like in the initial trailers when they had the creators talking about it. This particular episode, the creator for it was basically, I think he was the artist maybe, but it was the last piece of work he was ever going to work on. And that's why he added in that extra message about power and everything. So it made it even more impactful watching the episode after remembering that him talking about that. So 5 out of 5.
Wow, all right, I'm loving the 5 out of 5s. What about you, Dupree? 5?
Yeah, 5 out of 5, man. This was like, honestly, this is my second favorite episode after the duel.
Yeah, the duel was. I mean, it's so funny. Everybody's the duel. Like literally, the first
duel was really good.
I mean, it was. I mean,
it really was.
Yeah, it was. What about you, Meg?
I won't give it a 5 because it didn't introduce anything new. It felt very much like it could be in the Star Wars. We know that this could happen right before the prequels, and so in a way, I liked that it was consistent. Is someone shaving?
It's not me this time. It's not me this time.
I wonder who it is.
Look at you. So I'll say 4 because it was everything was right. This was a chance to give me something really creative, introduce some new element, but it felt like it just fit in nicely.
Yeah. What about you, Kev?
I'll go with a 4 out of 5 because I typically when I'm rating like anything out of whether it's 10 or 5, I usually don't ever go like perfect score because I feel like there's always room for improvement. And
okay, not bad.
And they didn't kill Dan. He survived a lightsaber slash to this.
On a scale of 10,
was interesting.
Medicine. I was like, I don't know about this.
I mean, it
on
was
a scale of 10.
That would have changed up a lot about that episode.
You think that would have given you the 5? Wait, what were you saying, Dupree? I'm sorry.
Well, then who was the master gonna give wisdom to at the end if Dan's dead?
Well, what if they had brought his body back down to the village and they were like, wow, you did this to protect us, and he was talking to the children and they were like, I thought he was powerful, and then he could give them that speech. Like, I don't know.
But the children they had no lines.
Yeah, but
the children were attached to him.
Yeah, but
it's like I know maybe that's why they.
That's probably why they didn't do it. Yeah, I'm like thinking like nah, because like they had such an attachment to him with the kids, and oh my god, if they found out he died, I feel like that would be really bad. Like that would have really affected the episode.
Nobody's gonna wink at them ever again.
Yeah, like think about that.
The real tragedy here. No, if he had been injured in a way that you were like, oh shoot, like cut his arm off or something, so he's like really out of the fight. But to do like a killing blow, what looked like a killing blow, that I was like, oh, this is gonna piss the master off really bad. I mean, and he was like, fine.
they cut off his arm, it's even more like what we've already
Exactly. Give
seen.
me.
But that it's even more like what we've already seen, though.
Yeah.
Cut off his leg, then.
I mean, yeah, but then think about it. I mean, in reality, him getting sliced, is that really anything bad if you think about it? I mean, would you really expect him to die from that? I mean, come on.
Yeah.
All got cut off.
I mean, Finn got sliced in the back, so
Yeah,
Well-
and he was perfectly fine. I mean, come on.
Perfectly fine.
You know, so
Straight
I
up
mean,
the spine. No bad.
That's
He had that weird gooey bag that helped save him, right?
it's not canon.
I don't think that village had any gooey bags for Dan. So.
no back to tank.
Oh boy, yeah. Anyway, on to episode 8.
Don't get me started.
Lope and Ocho. This was an interesting one, I have to say. Again, a tale of 2 sisters, one adopted, who's a bunny, which I kind of get. Oh my gosh, what's the character that we got? The 3 figures. Wasn't he in Heir to the Empire?
Jackson.
No, Jackson.
Jackson.
Yeah, I'm sorry, yeah, Jackson. Yeah, that's what I was like, kind of getting those vibes of. So I was like, oh, okay. I'm like, this is kind
Of
of
all
cool.
the characters to reference, why?
I mean, hey, I'm
Jackson?
just thinking, it's bunny. I don't know. That's what came to me.
That I'm saying to the creator of this. Like, really, you're gonna throw it back to Jackson?
Come on, Jackson's a great character. You don't like
I
Jackson?
don't want furries in my Star Wars.
What about Wampus?
You have a wolf. You have a freaking Jedi wolf.
What about the droid attack on the Wookiees?
What about that?
I mean, come on. The teddy bears? You don't like the teddy bears?
Ewoks?
That's what
Yeah.
I'm telling you, if I see a cosplayer as this
The bunny
bunny
girl.
girl, I don't know.
I mean, hold up, right here. Hold on, I'm gonna put it for you.
That'd be a
guys.
lot of work.
No, it wouldn't. I mean, it's very
Oh
simple.
my word!
There you go. She could just. There you go. Look, all that right there. All that and more. Not that hard to do. Not that hard. Can do it.
I'm not
You have,
saying
like-
like it's
You have an
not Star
alien
Wars.
species that's basically a tiger. It has like a tiger head.
No, that I'm like it totally could be
Only
Star
the
Wars.
tiger.
There are alien
Bro,
species
there
that
is.
look like animals, but I'm like, but why? Why did we have
Yeah.
to do a bunny girl?
Why? But I mean, it was an okay episode. You know, it was cool. We got to actually that episode wasn't so bad. I was telling Dupree before. You got to see stormtroopers, actual stormtroopers.
We did.
Yeah.
Here, I'll
Which
throw
out
one
of
up
all
for
them,
you.
because yeah, right there. See,
Admiral uniform.
and yeah, I was just gonna
the
say
story was really good, actually.
that. Yeah. I mean, this one looks kind of a little
There's
angry.
some Jedi vibes going on.
Yeah.
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 Jedi.
Someone in my comments said that dude looked like Skrillex.
Here's another.
Admiral Skrillex.
Admiral
the
Skrillex.
marketplace had Jedi vibes too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It did.
There's a lot of that.
And of course, a droid is always
Always
a droid.
Droid.
Yeah.
I thought they killed that droid. I was like, ooh.
That was a kind of
You did it, and then it was fine. I was like, okay, never mind.
that
I'd
was
say he was a cross between Skrillex and the Joker.
the Joker.
Mm,
Just Joker, yeah.
I think
maybe.
yeah, this one was 20 minutes again, because I think there was like 2 episodes that were 22 minutes. Yeah, 22 or 20 minutes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That was Skrillex. It was again okay episode. You know, it was cool to see the fight between her and and her sister.
It was a good fight.
Yeah, you know, again, fighting for the hair. Like she was like you could hear how angry she really was when, she had the lightsaber. She had inherited it. You hear the father basically say, "Well, it's not about the bloodline." I thought that was kind of cool.
I loved the message, the
Yeah.
motivation, the family
Yeah.
theme, the sisters.
I liked that it was
theme.
political. It was one of the
Yes.
ones that was political, and you could see that both sides definitely, both sisters had their reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they, nobody was wrong. They just had
Yep.
different ways of looking at things. And it was one of the ones to really dive into that kind of political aspect, which is super relevant today.
I mean,
That
I mean,
I like that they tackled it and included that in this.
yeah, I mean, the fact that she, again, she was trying to, I mean, the sister was trying to save the planet, by, and she thought, by joining the Empire. As we know, they've promised things to other people that, that can do things, but ends up not being that, so
Yeah, they
again,
both wanted good, the greater good, but just
Yeah.
had different ways of going about it. And
correct.
yeah, it was really cool to see that done with Star Wars a little more blatantly than any of the other episodes had done.
Yes, it was tragic. Yeah, I mean, at the end
Yeah.
it was.
It's because they actually killed the father. because there was, it was, you know, like the Astro Boy one, the father figure died, and that is what drove the child, the son, or in this case daughter, to fight harder. And he had a little death scene with his eye, and I was like, oh
yeah, she
so
blinded
sad.
him. Yeah, literally, she literally sliced his eye. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
and then even at the end, they kind of wrapped it up to like when we finally had a proper family. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
this is for the adopted, you know, rabbit girl to be saying that. I was like, oh, okay, it was a heartfelt episode. It was very
great
family
writing.
and good stuff.
Yeah, it was surprising for me for sure.
What do you rate it, Sheev?
Give it a 3.
Okay.
It could have been a 3.5. I didn't have high expectations for it, so yeah, I was like, all right, that, you know, kind of the furry, you know, like whatever. But
not the furry.
The story behind it, you know, was better than I expected, and I actually really enjoyed watching and going through that one.
Yeah, I thought it was. What do you guys think when she like you just see like the big X on her? I was like, oh.
I was like, why didn't that kill her?
Yeah,
That's what I
and
said.
she just goes away like
that was my
nothing.
immediate thought.
Like she's just chilling.
She's just
like
standing there like it didn't even hurt.
again, Finn got sliced in the back and was out like a light. Like literally, I'm just.
Does
like,
this chick have the Force, and also does Bunny Lady have the Force too? Because she force pulled the thing. I'm like,
Yeah.
wait a minute.
Yeah.
Why?
Oh gosh, I know what you're gonna say. Why do I know? What
Well,
you're
no,
gonna say
it
about
just was not. It's like it was out of nowhere. And I
Not
was
my
like,
Star Wars.
It's not canon.
it's fine. It's just.
I kept having. I did
really
have to
liked
keep
it.
telling myself that
That it's not canon.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, I knew going in that it wouldn't, like, you know, all of it pretty much wasn't. So that was just my mindset, like, enjoy it for the anime it is. So, but I definitely, like, there were definitely a lot of things where if it was canon, my brain would have been like,
Like,
Yeah.
no way this is happening. No way we're getting Bunny Girl. Like, there's no freaking way this is not happening. Not in canon.
That's gonna pop up like, in one of these shows or movies one of these days, like a random like Bunny alien or Jackson, and we're just gonna be like,
I agree.
they finally did it. They finally did it.
I totally am with you there. You know, same. I agree with Megan on nobody dying when they make it seem like that's what's gonna happen. Agree.
It would up the stakes. It would.
Yeah.
It would make there be permanent consequence to the actions, and it. You know, it's ballsy when it happens, and it actually serves as a great motivator for people to change or to take new actions. But if everybody survives everything, then what? You know, what?
Well, I mean, going back to what
where's
Dupree
the
said.
tension?
Well, going back to what Dupree said, I mean, you did have deaths in the show. I mean, there were people that died. I mean, it couldn't be
Some of the bad guys, but like our protagonists seem to get out scot-free most of the time.
Okay, that's more what you mean. Yeah, the good guys.
Yeah.
None of the good guys
That's what I
died.
thought.
All the bad
They did
guys
not.
died. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, no, I want to
mean,
see someone make that sacrifice. You know.
Okay, all right, I see
Yeah.
that. To be fair, Ducky Momo says, to be fair, if the intent was to make her an oppressed alien, using the bunny girl hit the mark because even the audience looks down on her for looks.
I don't think anyone's looking down on her for the looks, unless she's on their body pillow, because that's what this is going to end up as. You know,
body pillow, a
this
pillow
is
pet?
they're going to rule 34 the heck out of this character. Like,
Oh,
my
God.
I don't like
Somebody's
it.
gonna make a Lola Bunny Jedi like
Oh,
matchup. It's gonna happen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Anyway, on that one, let's go to episode 9. Does anybody know the title? I don't want to destroy
Akakiri.
A what? A kitty?
Akakiri.
Oh,
I thought it was Akakari.
That's what I thought. I thought it was Akakari, but I was like, I like Akakiri because I feel like Akakari sounds. Yep. Anyway,
That's what I wrote down when I was looking at it.
So for Akakiri for this episode, I personally, I thought it was okay. I thought it was all right. I really actually didn't enjoy the animation for it.
No.
I didn't, especially the
Wasn't as
girl.
good.
The girl kind of looked like, what's that show that we used to see? Doug kind of reminded me like of that. Yeah,
She looked like
funny?
Skeeter.
bro, it does like Skeeter, like all them. It reminded me.
Patty mayonnaise.
Oh man,
I'm like, yo,
what
yeah.
the hell? Ducky?
Wait, Dan, you gotta pull her up, bro. Come on.
Oh, here, I got you. Give me 1 second. I got it for you.
Hold on, Dan. Don't let me
Real
down,
quick.
Dan.
Give me
Don't let
some
me
Let me
down.
just
Patty
crop it
mayonnaise
real
in
quick.
Star Wars.
No.
Where'd it go?
Yeah,
Where'd
there
it
was
go?
an
Oh, here we go.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Oh, Ducky, no.
No.
Oh,
That does look like Patty mayonnaise.
no.
I can't. Yeah, I did. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not even gonna say it. But anyway, yeah, this one didn't really do much for me. You know,
style was one of the worst.
Yeah, I mean the story was okay. You know, to see his, again, like he foresaw, like that the future. Like he saw that he was gonna, like, he didn't know who it was, but he did have those visions of, they did do that a lot in this. Again with having like visions or some sort of force ghost seeing or whatever. You did see that where he saw, the person that he ends up killing at the very end. Sheev, what did you think? I'll throw it your way. With this
was
episode.
one of the more underwhelming ones for me too, and I agree the animation was not up to par compared to some of the other ones in my opinion. First of all, the lightsaber fighting there, like the way the lightsabers looked was sick.
Yeah,
yes,
it was.
I actually really liked that.
Yeah. So that was a plus side to it, and most of the story I didn't really like that much until the Padme thing.
I'll be honest, I didn't even know I didn't know she was female, to be honest. Not her, the other one.
Yeah.
Can you put it back?
Those guys were funny.
Let me put it back. This one.
She was,
I didn't know what that was either.
It looks like Vigo from Ghostbusters.
Yeah, I read about her in the article, and I was like, this chick is creepy.
She is dragged. Like, she goes to the gym hard body, whereas on boys. Yeah, I'm like, I mean, hey, to all the muscle builders out there, there you go. You got one. We gave you one. So I'm just like, damn, she's huge. She's huge.
She's
Yeah, but does she have heels?
No, she didn't.
I don't think they highlighted her shoes at all. And
I bet you Padme did. Or the Padme girl.
Yes.
I don't think they wanted to highlight the shoes she was wearing because they probably wouldn't. They were probably, shoes that had to be comfortable and couldn't be heels. She couldn't be heels. I don't think it would work for her. No, but it'd be like, remember in White Chicks when like he's so big and so he's like, and the whole like dress comes out and the heels that probably would have been him right there.
Oh no!
Oh my gosh! But not my style at all. Probably has.
I like this hat.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Again, the whole thing. Samurai. Samurai vibes as.
But it was almost the cowboy hat too. I was like. Oh.
It was weird too. Like in the initial trailer, like I remember seeing like art for it and whatnot, and I was like, "This one looks really cool." And then when we got the animation, I was like, "It's not as cool as I thought."
Well, the opening fooled me. Like when his ship is crashing, and then he gets out and he's fighting those warrior.
That was like Samurai Jack.
I was
almost.
like, yeah. And then as soon as he showed Misa, that chick, I was like, what is this style?
I just thought of who that girl looks like. The one who's really jacked. She kind of looks like Beast from Beauty and the Beast, if you think about it. I'm looking right now. Because I wanted to see the shoes. Look at her, Dan. I don't
look
know
at the nose. Yeah, I'm gonna pull her back up another.
You could actually. She's
look
actually
at the
wearing.
nose.
She looks like a lion almost.
Yeah.
The chin and the nose is very beastly. Like,
yes. So I'm not wrong. I mean,
I see what you're saying.
And also, if you look at her shoes, actually, she's wearing like Aladdin type of shoes with the curl. You know how Aladdin shoes curl up? Mm. Yeah, I just noticed she's like wearing like genie shoes, genie slippers or shoes.
I don't have a screen cap of her shoes. Sorry.
Oh,
come on!
I'm looking right now. I'm like literally watching it. I'm like, oh my gosh, like that's crazy. How does she fight with genie shoes? I'm like, all right though, alrighty then. but that's what we got. So,
hey, if Count Dooku can fight like 3 like nice sisters in his pajamas, she can
that
fight
is true.
Like Gina shit.
That is true. Yes,
yeah, it's about comfort, right? Didn't someone else say that?
I mean, I don't know how you're comfortable in heels fighting with a lightsaber, but okay, if that's
well, Aladdin's shoes are probably much more comfortable than heels.
Sure.
Yeah.
It is true, though. It is true. I do have to say, though, with this episode, I really did enjoy going back to what you said, Dan. I think also to you, Sheev. The lightsaber battle was really, really cool. It was it was definitely different. Go ahead, Dan.
Oh no, that's actually the part I liked the most about this was the lightsaber battle. Otherwise, it wasn't really my favorite. I don't know. It was a good way to end Visions.
Yeah, especially the way it started.
It was a little. Yeah, it was kind of a weak ending.
And the way it ended.
Right. It was just a dark, like sad ending. Okay, that's
damn.
it.
I would have I would have wanted the Astro Boy to end it. Actually, I wouldn't have minded him.
That would have been a nice way to leave it up, like on a high note.
After that one,
that would have been a better way to end it for sure. But it was a little too on the nose with the Anakin Padme thing.
Yeah,
it just mirrored it too closely that I was like, okay, so you're just retelling that.
Except she actually survived.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
I was like watching. I'm like,
die. This is what I'm saying.
I'm like, all the dudes except Anakin can bring their girl back to life.
Yep. It's just that easy.
But I mean, what I noticed too is for the girl that he killed, obviously. You notice that the mask kind of resembles like Ren from Knights of Ren. It kind of resembles that. I don't know if you guys noticed that.
There were a lot of people in my comments saying Temple Guard, and I was like,
too.
Yeah, I was like, it looks like Deathstroke to me. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
yeah, it does. Yeah, Deathstroke too. I didn't even think of that.
I did like that it was unexpected that he's kill, and then you hear her voice when he kills the one, and I was like, oh no! And then she dies, and I was like, yes! And then she's like, is she really dead? I don't know, maybe not. And I was like, wow, no, somebody just die, and then he brings her back. So it was. I liked that it caught me off guard. I didn't see that coming, that he was going to straight up kill her, which makes it slightly different than Anakin because I don't think he meant to. Like, he didn't get tricked into killing her. He actually choked her face to face. And homeboy got
mind tricked.
Tsubaki got tricked into killing Misa. Like, and he turned so quickly and it's like, yeah, okay, I'll do whatever you want to save her. And I was like, wait, so were they in love? I don't understand. So I liked that it caught me off guard, that I didn't expect that ending. And that he turns dark and he leaves, and I was like, "That."
And then the scenery.
It was bold that they chose to go dark
for the ending, and then the scenery is just all red, like literally the ending is
and then they just take off in the Star Destroyer. I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah,
it was very weird. It was cool, I don't know if that's the way to end it.
No, I didn't like it. I didn't like it, but I gave them points for catching me off guard. So
actually, I wouldn't.
This is the episode I kept falling asleep during.
Yeah, their whole journey and with the comic relief guys, and I was like, I don't understand what the challenge is here. This seems to be very primitive, and he should have no problem overcoming any of these people.
Yeah,
so
I
didn't understand. What the conflict was.
Honestly, I wouldn't have mind seeing the Ninth Jedi be the last episode either. That would have been a really good episode.
That would have been a good way to
end it with. That would have been
started with season 2,
and then it leaves it open for more for a sequel, maybe. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. I mean, all right. So overall, I mean, we went through, for whoever's story, we talked from 1 through 9. We got through the whole thing. We did it, guys. So clap it up. We did it. We got through 1 through 9 episodes. We got through the whole thing. Wow. Big shout out to Force of Light Entertainment. Girls, thank you for hopping on and checking it out. Thank you. They are awesome. Yeah, we got through it, guys. 1 through 9. Damn. I mean, now we could really dive in. I'm gonna go to Kevin first because I know his initial. Kevin, did you like the whole series? Like, did you like the whole Star Wars Visions? Be honest.
Well,
be blunt the way you were with me.
Well, I really got grabbed by the first episode, and I think something that Gabe had said earlier is that I think the ones right after the first one I was kind of maybe comparing, like even not even thinking about it, but kind of comparing it. So there's some of them I didn't enjoy as much, but like, what is it? So the first one, the duel,
Yeah.
and then the Ninth Jedi was, right there, probably as my number 2.
Yeah.
And I did like the ending of episode 9 that we just talked about, but like the episode as a whole wasn't really there for me. But the ending was cool. But I also agree with you guys too, where I think it would have been better to end the season on like one of those more positive ending episodes.
Yeah,
I know. But
yeah, I wasn't too thrilled with the episode 2, but I did enjoy parts of it. I loved seeing Boba and Tatooine.
But overall, like, did you really enjoy Star Wars Visions? Like, did you enjoy overall? Did you enjoy it? Like, would you?
I'm glad I watched it, and I'm definitely gonna go back probably tonight after we're done and maybe rewatch some of the more favorite ones. I don't some of them I probably won't go back and rewatch right away. But yeah, overall, I'm definitely glad that we got this. I was just so surprised we got it all in one day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. I know. She was saying, like, I think you found out like last night, right?
Me?
Or you knew about it.
A couple days ago.
It was more than a couple. I think a couple weeks ago I was talking about it on my channel, to be honest.
But it was just a rumor then, right?
It was a pretty reliable. Like, I'm pretty sure they were somewhat open about it. It was somewhere in the articles. Like, a lot of people don't realize, like, they actually put some like pretty good information, especially for this, because it wasn't canon. Like, they put a lot of stuff on the StarWars.com. I feel like part of that, like, the whole show, I really enjoyed it, and like overall, and I feel like a lot of the hype was mainly built by Star Wars fans themselves, and like I do think there's going to be some anime people that give this a chance and maybe get more into Star Wars because of it, and that's kind of my hope through it as well. But I feel like maybe there's going to be a big portion of Star Wars fans. Like, there's already the normies, if you will, of Star Wars fans that like haven't really seen the animated shows, or don't watch all the extra stuff and read in between all the lines like we do. But
just so you know, the girl above you doesn't watch any of them, so
you're missing out. You're missing out. So, but that's exactly what I'm saying, though. It's like it's hard enough to get people to try and watch the Clone Wars or Rebels, which I think are both phenomenal shows, and some of the best Star Wars that we've ever seen. So I'm already over here trying to get people to watch that, and now they're bringing anime into it, which I feel like even there are people that watch anime, and like, again, I think they'll be brought into Star Wars from it, but I don't know, like other Star Wars fans, I don't think they'll be willing to even give it a chance, because especially when the trailers first dropped, a lot of people were like, oh, like, I don't know how I feel about it. And then like the actual footage trailer we got, a lot of more excitement was around it, but there weren't as many fans, I think, excited for this going into it, especially because it wasn't canon.
Right. What about you, Dupree? Overall, with the whole show, what'd you think?
I liked it. Like I was telling before, this was like one of like the sleeper shows I've been hyped for ever since they announced it during the Disney investors meeting. So we got this, and then we got the droid show that's coming who knows when also. And
just like Lando, bro. When is Lando coming?
Yeah, exactly.
For real.
But I really, really liked it. I mean, I'd say I probably liked like 6 out of the 9 episodes. Like, really, really liked them. And
majority,
Well, yeah, I mean, I went into this like really positive, and the ones I didn't like, there was aspects I did, I could pick and choose like little things here and there out of it, but I'm gonna rewatch it all tonight. I'm gonna redo it in the Japanese subs, because I know like a few episodes are gonna hit harder with Japanese, dubbing over the English, like the duel, and obviously the
twins,
the elder episode. The twins also, of course, but the elder.
Yeah.
But like I said, Kev was saying, this is like a nice intro and for a lot of anime people into Star Wars, and it could also be a nice intro for Star Wars people into anime, Megan. So you know, it's like the best of both worlds. And then we are gonna. I think we're getting a season 2 of this.
I think we could.
Oh, I hope so.
I hope.
So because a lot of these are very open ended, and I can see them continuing.
Yeah. Dan, what do you think, bro?
Overall, I got to say I liked it quite a bit. Okay. Actually, it exceeded my expectations, but I didn't really have a ton of expectations. Normally with Star Wars projects, with movies, I go in big. I learn everything they've done before, of the people who've worked on it. I go hard on all the minutia and the details. That's just how I am. With this is one of the first times I didn't do that. So I didn't have any real expectations. Anime is not something I really watch. A couple things here and there growing up, maybe some Dragon Ball Z, if that counts, stuff like that. But that's about it. Like a little bit of that, not even much.
Digimon.
Yes.
There you go.
Digimon over Pokemon.
So this for me, this started off just, of course, the duel was such a banger right off the bat.
It was,
and it managed to keep my attention for something I don't typically watch, and I do like the animated stuff. Yeah. Like Sheev was saying, Rebels is some of the best Star Wars out there, and I agree with that 100%. Yeah. I love it. So I do like the animated stuff. Clone Wars is a little bit harder for me to get into, but for the most part, this all kept my attention throughout all of it. I watched it like 5 o'clock this morning, and that was it. And it's still, I'm still remembering all of it. So it stayed in my mind throughout a whole work day. Came here and just jumped on with you guys. And the fact that it stuck and that I want to go back and watch it again, to me says it's a win. And I know it's going to be one of those things that I throw on in the background while I work. Because Star Wars has always been that for me since I was a kid. Wow. Original trilogy, I would burn like holes through those VHSs because while I did homework, I would come home and just put those on. And this is going to be something. Now I do it with The Mandalorian. I just go to Disney Plus and throw Mandalorian on in the background. But now I'm going to throw this into the rotation. I think to me, that's a good sign that I liked it and I'm open for more of it. And I do hope we get a second season.
Yeah, I agree. And Megan, you're the last one.
It's a tricky format to give us like 9 short form. Oh, hi, Debris.
Los York.
Live reaction to my review. Look interested, please. No, to give us 9 really short form from different creators, not canon. So how invested can you really be if none of this stuff really matters? You don't get anything before or after it. It's just you get one short little chance to tell a story. And yet some of them succeeded so much that I'm almost like, I wish this was an audition to give us a full-length canon animated anime show. In anime style with those anime tropes and cliches that are so over-dramatic. I'd love to see that treatment. And maybe if everyone just voted on their favorite one out of this, give it to that studio, let them run with it. I like anime. So I was looking forward to this one, and I liked more of it than I didn't like. But I think if it was canon, I would have been harder on it. I would have been like, this person doesn't understand. Sure. But the things that appeal to the Japanese, you can clearly see are there's certain themes. They love lightsabers, Jedi. Yes, it's very like every single one was about Jedi with like a little droid companion, lightsabers, the mythology of the lightsaber and the weapon. So that appeals to me as well. So that the fact that theme was so heavy throughout all of them, it kept me interested. I was like, I hear you. That's fascinating to me too. The lightsaber and the Jedi and the Force. Like, I liked it.
Megan, you're like, if this would have been bad, you would have been like, Sexy Wookiee Squadron, out.
No. I gave it a chance.
You gave it a chance.
Be happy. They gave you a little X-Wing action in there.
There was a few with X-Wings. I was so happy to see.
I mean, overall, I was talking to Kevin about it, Dupree. I definitely like it. To be honest with you, and I'm not. This I won't be afraid to admit. I really like this more than the Bad Batch. I know it's completely different. I know that, but honestly, like, I love to me, Star Wars is lightsabers. And I think that's what differentiates it from other fandoms. Like, like I'm going to mention it, Star Trek, and just other things. But for me, like when I watch Star Wars, like I'm expecting lightsaber duels. Like I just want to see that. And the fact that we had like every episode with lightsabers, I thought to me was freaking amazing. I thought it was great. I thought they capitalized on so many other things that we've never seen or just never got. So I thought they did a pretty good job with this, and I'm definitely believing that they will do a season 2. I mean, I've seen bits and pieces that they're talking about doing something for the not next year, but for the following 2023. So listen, if I can get more of something like this for the future, I am so game for it, because again, you're inviting a whole nother fandom into Star Wars with anime. And I mean, if they can fall in love with this, I mean, that just expands the fandom all the more, and I think that's what we need, and especially in Star Wars, with so much, that we've got, and I think also too with writers, you'll get different types of creators. You'll get different creators that would want to come on board, and give us kind of like that Japanese, style of samurai, kind of like what's been talked about with Taika Waititi. We've said it here before, he's, if you look at his logo, it looks like, Dawn of the Jedi. It looks like the beginning of the, the Jedi Order. And that's honestly something that I want to see more of, is the beginning before the prequels. I would love to see more of that, so listen, I'm all game for that. If we can get more of Visions, I'm game for it.
Season 2.
Hell yeah.
Season 2, yeah.
Season 2 would be cool. There's, like you said, like somebody said before, a lot of it's a lot of it was open ended, so you could really delve into that.
I mean, especially that again, which is it, the Elder, like that one. I love, it's so cool to see a master, just getting those Kenobi Qui-Gon vibes. Wouldn't it be so cool to get that, just as a and you know what this showed me, for myself, and I was telling Kevin, and I think I told Dupree as well, is that it goes to show you they can really do a series like this that can talk about different things, and it can be successful. Because so far, I have to say, Visions has blown up. This show, a lot, it's been really well received. I'm sorry, again, I'm not knocking Bad Batch, but this show hit really different. I don't know why. Could it be maybe it's not canon? I don't know, but this show just hit hard. It hit really different. And for 9 episodes, for just, what was it, 13 to 20 minutes, 22 minutes?
Yeah.
It was pretty good. Those.
They all got a lot of storytelling done in that small amount of time.
Yeah.
And it was
did a great
job. It was
job.
enough.
Yeah. And honestly, again, they can give more of that. I think, honestly, I feel like this is just the tip of the iceberg. That's really what I feel like. I feel like this is the beginning.
I hope so.
Beginning to something new. Oh, go ahead.
To build on that too, on my point before, I do think the fans that give this a chance are going to find things they like in it. Yeah. And I do think the reception has been pretty positive from what I've seen. And I mean, you see this panel of us up here, almost all of us pretty much overall loved it, or found things that we loved in it. So I can't imagine that this wasn't somewhat of a trial, and that they're not gonna continue at least doing something similar to this.
I don't know about you guys. I think I told Dupree this on the phone. I don't know, but I definitely think some people, in Lucasfilm are in trouble, because let me tell you, for this amount of time, again, with each episode, if we get more of these Japanese writers that come into this, I think they're going to be able to do a freaking phenomenal job. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. The one thing that Lucasfilm had their hands off of, and that godforsaken story group of theirs, this has great characters and stories and world building, within a 20-minute or less time span. They gave us so much more imagination and I don't know, consistency and caring about characters.
Could you
the
imagine?
Funny thing is that they went back to square one with George's inspiration was the whole samurai and Japanese and Akira Kurosawa aspect, and just the writers doing their own aspect, taking their own take, brought it back to the roots of Star Wars. I was telling Rob, this felt like old school Star Wars, all of it.
Yeah. We get the 9 Jedi as the new sequels. Honestly, I'd be down for that, man. Oh my gosh.
Watch that.
I'll take that any day.
If they give that to Ryan Johnson as his trilogy, I'll
Stop. Don't even mention that name, bro. Stop.
Sorry.
We don't speak of that name here. All right, we don't say his name. All right?
No,
but I truly believe, and I think either Dan or Sheep said it. I mean, I think, there's so many different, in the episodes, there's so many different things that you could fall in love with, that so many people, so many fans could really fall in love with going forward. And that's why I say, like, I believe, me again, I know nobody's job is really in trouble, but man, let me tell you, these Japanese writers, they hit hard. They really did hit hard for this one, and they should start looking elsewhere, other than, really start looking at different aspects, like, just writers overall, that type of writing. I mean, I'm not into anime. I don't know it. Like Dan said, I just watched Dragon Ball Z and Digimon. I don't know if that's considered anime, but that was it. A little bit of Pokemon. I don't know. Again,
but what is it about these elements that draws people to it, that inspires people and gets them hooked and makes them see things in it that they relate to or inspires them?
Yeah,
like they're tapping into that, and it is those elements that were in the old school stuff in the original trilogy, which is what drew all of us to it in the first place. It was, this drama, this imagination, this conflict, these characters growing, and they're tapping into that really simple part of storytelling that resonates across every audience.
Well, that, and also when you touch on like anything that's kind of like hero's journey based, it kind of really strikes a chord with a lot of people. Like, they don't know what it is, but it's at the end of the day, it's hero's journey, it's Odyssey,
it's basic human level thing that just gets
exactly. Yeah. I was gonna say too, there was like a quote from Dave Filoni one time, like him talking to George, and basically like he talked about how, like, when you're creating Star Wars, you don't watch Star Wars to get inspiration for it. You draw inspiration from other things to bring in new elements. Maybe that's something they did wrong with the sequel trilogy, is like a lot of it resembles the originals, and it doesn't even do the original characters the same justice that the originals did. So
I don't even know if they watched the originals.
Well, what I was gonna say though is like,
forget the past, kill it if you have to.
Yeah, for sure.
In order to become what you were meant to be.
It really feels like they took inspiration from other things and brought them into this anime Star Wars, and it was really well done overall. I really loved it.
Yeah, I just, again, I think there's so much room for growth with this, and again, just, I don't know, man. I think they need to start looking at this route more than trying to keep telling a story on clones. I don't care. I'm gonna admit it. I'm gonna say it. I know people love the Bad Batch and all this stuff.
Good stories can be told about clones. I'm reading through the Republic Commando books again, and those are just so good.
They are. Republic
so
Commando
it can be done.
Bad Batch season 1 was a setup. It really was.
Yeah, I mean, you saw it in the last episode. The last episode just said it all, really. Especially that last scene.
For sure. I know a lot of people were like let down by the finale of the Bad Batch, but I really enjoyed the show. Like, I started my channel covering that show, so maybe that gives it a little extra like personal thing to it. But there were episodes a lot of people didn't like the Moochie episode, and
Moochie. We rip Moochie.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, and there's the Crime Syndicate episode where you get the Daveronian dude at the end, and you're like, dude, like, I'm waiting for. Yes, but that's what I'm saying. Like, all this is going to be set up for season 2, and I just think, like, you look back at Clone Wars season 1 or Rebels season 1, and those are actually really great seasons, but they're used to set up later seasons. So Bad Batch season 2, I have high expectations for.
Same here. I mean, you could tell they're going in a good route with, especially again with that last scene. I'm hoping they follow that route.
Tantus.
Yes. I did a video on that. I'm hoping they go that route. I really do. If they don't, it would really be a disappointment. But again, Filoni does love Legends, so let's hope he does go that route. So we'll see what happens. But guys, this was an awesome stream. I mean, this was really, really awesome. Again, Dan, Sheev, I really do appreciate you guys really hopping on.
Welcome to the family.
Yeah, for real. Literally. I mean, this is what it is. Having us. we do this every Wednesday or Thursday. Might do Wednesdays now. Got to see how it goes. But guys, again, before we do hop off, like and subscribe to this channel. I really do appreciate you guys watching. I will be putting out a video tomorrow. But before we do go, I want everybody to say what you have, where to find you, and what you have going on, and we'll start with you. So we'll go around. Go for it, bro.
All right, so yeah, again, I'm the Fandom Orient. I can be found on Instagram and YouTube at the name on the screen here. Where on YouTube I do like unboxing videos, the Star Wars Funko Pop collection, and I'll be doing on Friday night. I believe it's at 8 p.m. Eastern time. I'm doing a live stream going over Star Wars Funko Pops with Seriously Star Wars. He'll be hosting it, so big shout out to him for inviting me to that. And Sire Speed Reviews, who's been in the chat here.
Yep.
We'll be doing that on Friday night on Seriously Star Wars YouTube channel.
Nice.
Thanks for having me, Rob.
Of course.
I guess that's me then. So I'm Megan, aka Sexy One from the Sexy Wookiee Squadron, which is what you can find us under on most social medias except Twitter, where I think we are just Sexy Wookiees. But yeah, we cover everything: books, video games, the shows, the movies, fan fiction, fan art. Yeah, we just love Star Wars.
Nice.
Woo-hoo. Sexy Wookiees.
Yeah,
that's what's up.
And we got a gang symbol, so get on our
yeah, I mean, we still got to come up with one for this show, but we'll do it, Dupree. We'll come up with one.
I guess I'd be next. I'm Sheev the Wise. My channel is Vader's Lair. You can find me on YouTube. I'm also at Vader's Lair on Twitter. I basically just cover a lot of the news and kind of rumors and leaks that are going on in the Star Wars space, and try to build the hype in Star Wars. So
facts.
Yeah, I really love Star Wars. I love connecting with the fandom. So thank you for having me on, Darth Eternal, and go check out my channel.
Yeah, no, thank you. Go like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you, bro.
Thank you.
And I will be next. Dupree,
Los
Dupree,
York.
Darth Hater here. Los York. Hey, you know you want one. You can find me on all platforms: Instagram, here, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok. Basically cover Star Wars news and everything, do unboxings and reviews and stuff. I also do like other stuff, a little bit of Marvel, Jurassic Park. I'll be basically reviewing each and every episode of Visions and breaking them all down in individual videos coming up soon. So stay tuned for all that.
Woo woo. Thank you, bro. Last but not least, the man with the images.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of behind the scenes keyboard work going on.
Yeah.
You guys can find me at the Dano channel, as the hat says, or Instagram, Dano Flores, put it right on there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I cover pretty much all things Star Wars too, mostly toys, a lot of Galaxy's Edge and Disney Park kind of stuff, and news regarding like the Galactic Star Cruiser, as hateful as that's going to be. But yeah, so it's going to, we just did a video looking at what the Grand Captain Suite is probably going to cost.
Oh, God.
Because we're never going to see the inside of that, tell you
it's
what.
nasty. You know what? It's nasty expensive, but it's not as big of a jump over the standard room. So just something to check out if that's something you're interested in. But yeah, follow me on the Dano channel, and yeah, we'll see you online somewhere.
Woo woo! Thank you. Well, I want to clap it up, guys, because it's been such an awesome panel. So we got to clap it up.
Yeah, thanks for inviting us all on, man. Such a good host.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it, man. This is, it's funny, like, started off so, back then small, and it's grown into something so big. And, again, I'm nothing crazy big or anything, but it's so much fun to have different creators come through here and just talk Star Wars and just have fun, man, because that's what it's about, man. Like,
absolutely,
literally, sometimes we forget about it, but it's just like we're all regular people working regular jobs, man, and we come here and just kind of, shoot the shit with Star Wars, and that's what it's about. And, it's always good to have awesome, humble people such as yourselves. So again, I really do appreciate you all. Many blessings to you all. Thank you for being here. Everybody in the chat and the comment section, thanks guys, everyone, for being here and supporting Sheev, Dan, Dupree, Kevin, Gabe, Meg, Power of the Force as well. Many blessings to you guys. Again, I have a video coming out tomorrow, so check that out first thing in the morning. And again, if you like the content here, subscribe to the channel. Support your boy Darth Eternal. Guys, many blessings. Later.
Peace.
See ya.